Busia ya chache ubia ya damase se udi we inato hana obabetie OBGH. Ekosu jumadie ena yeba ababedi ene enwumre ewo ho ewo Ghana mema good evening. PepG osi ohwemi free dunkwao. Akwaboso. Okay, PepG mechiao minim se sisi wasiripe ena wo hwe me ewo ehonom no meda wase pa ewo Ghana wase we love you for what you are doing. Thank you very much PepG. Meda wase pa ena abna edu enso so joining me sisi abna na it say I hope so ho ye pa pretty much no ya feel enti ene me bacho ye be hia we input pa ewa ha se medi kan ka cho sisi minim bibia abra minim bibia enti ze ubaso a minim bibia so atase but me disclose into they don't worry about it. Why yem fana unisa so to the bitch ya say okay every for your chachamo biemu ewo OBGH ekosu dwumadi ene ye ba bedi enkomo kakra ewa ha as a matter of fact ankomo we ehu hia me pa cho bomo na share video yi ema me because Facebook omo share video nti wa wo hwe me wa wo ye part of us when ji program no ho a wo hwe sisi no wo mum na wo se wo share na me pa cho etwe enkrofo de omuba am sorry etwe enkrofo de omuba esanse se wa anye ne saa Facebook for enya de a omo no omo be share ade mo fa che me na eyi a mekuta me de monitor wa ha na yesa no eni ntini bomod na se wo be share wo share na aboa yen na ade nipa aba no omo nso so abekye o madwene ne yenyina ya toato adwene de ko minim se wo be share but bomod na ne share ma me wo ba me pacho mama sonte na me ma shout out because me shout out ne hu hia me se nya mo a enye nipa kakra bi a ya na mo ba be hwe me a probably no ka bi a program ya o se ka me jaye so ati ase esanse eye munti na me yeye enye me a mete ha na hu hia aya adwene a ye nyina ye toatoa eye because of Ghana nti na eye education a ye fa edi free program no mu no eno nti na ye nyina ye wo ha. I always say mete ha no I don't know everything enye bibia na menim enti wo na wo hwe me no there are nyoma bi wo ho a wonim pa especially say wo frɛ me na say wo de sa nyoma ne tudwa ya na emamani. I also learn from comments amodeba. I learn from mo frɛ eba besimu a de mo ka no eno misua bibi edi free mu ti day in day out ni nyina no ye informo enkrofo say program say na ekoso awareness say na ye de eba ama enkrofo ayeden age edi atumu nom de awe ahoyie na ya interact ya na eye me dese metena ha na me so Facebook a me nyankrofo say oh yenkohwe obi so ati ase oh yenkotie de obi beka na ye ne nnu nkomo eno no I call that interaction so what must say enti ye OBGH ya ne say ye education wise no ye kire enkrofo te say de enne de ye ba beka because enne topic 3 na ye ba beka no ye besua ye be educate ye ho de enti a e wo say ye den ade no ehu hia say wo say ye ka ho asem we going to put on education basis say wa ha no mo so what must ye wi a ni ya inform you ekwan kra obefa so e this education na ye adwuma. That is the main purpose nti ayewa inform ekwan kra obefa so the education no aye adwuma bibi na wonimu a you will get to know from here. Na fit aye conversation a me ne ebia me apart from baba be kamensa e wa ha na ye conversation na also ka ho because ode o message ba no ode o comment ba no eneme nyaagene sometimes because enye bibia na meka wa ha no mu a obeka say eh we dey obi e ka ne kra na asese bi o ka bibi wo ha wo ne me nyaagene. That is why we are here in order for both of us and as ye nyina ye toatoa agene nti sa wo hwe ye nyina ye ne say education, information, interaction. These three enyoma miensa we eno ena ye ni eje ho ni sa ni nti no ya na eden se ye beba betena na ye didi atem in the sense say onipa a wo pese wo educate obi no se wo didi nipa kro na tem a on tie. Education be any one more woko school demo kwatena wo se wo kwa akosua de a ye didi watem sa de ntina wo besua de. No. So what you say me for more me ka bi di akyerɛw na mpese wo eto wa adwene mu a ense se me didi a watem ansa na what you say. No. Wo ye nipa wo dwene enu nti no. Ena se ye interaction wa ha na se ye didi atem ye de ye de a ene na hu hia se wo se ba betena. Raskotoka me chiao ewo aha enti ne ensem na ye beka no moma memfa enwum ba akopɛ bi emfam enti me ba na ma bie ayi ne so ye friend say topic ne so e de amaye nyina na kyese ye nyina ya bobo ho na ye tie de epepa enti no muntie enwum we emfifiri continue wo na ye ntie me ba cho muntwen me ba sisi a ye ntie enwum kakra ye mfa nyeje ye nkrofo tata
my bro, can you pass anywhere? Me come up your back, me come up your back, my bro, can you pass anywhere? Me come up your back, I'm obisu no bia ye obibinini atwepone ne be ene wa ye wuyi mi bonia I swear wallahi ni penni aye mu a so da ya we na sekre ye nyina ye ka no kwenti na ye bre wa ma yo ko twan na utwedu grenadu oba akobo me kwedu ni se ko kapre ana bodu me ko ton me ni omo chano pa no e progress to guma bo be ne di kwadu bibia woni mo senkafo ne kan asemwe utumi fa me jai I feel it you fa ko genya swan sumo fe na jo mo kan menya da pre who the trip said no travel the party for the sika netto obidi ahofo pro bi the sika netto ula nye family kan correct in the bottom e yo ya ehye wo sembe ko shit utuku asan ya utime kan de o girlfriend so marry nam da my home is me so tie be show ya o nye me for na me cresign me ya man I know the set can like mo de me mo nya chia bro so fe me go so me lie there want to she can back for me come na so da me kasa mu do si me do it ata we list mistake go me ho abeti ahye sika modie ina obefi watching bonne say reserve player this make you check this me fan lawyer obia tumi nye obia koto unu mo bia me so me no me pito afofo utumi nye obia me come obia pass my bro can you pass me come obia pass me come obia pass my bro can you pass me come obia pass
bibia ya botre dilute my pussy watch na me koje bi say US embassy cry to cry mama me to sign dey ba no what me you when pass at sign if I only cool me dey be my buy rap the politics no that am a sign adaje nim my family dey rota you to chale we there no more delay bia when na waka say bia eyesini hand go hand come and sack on the server away from the soul no back of tracking force me fa won say me come hold there no pause then I tell you na me say na me your boss e pass any so say me fanya me Chris Cross come white up and who say oh soldier but that pray and put a tank go to moja to makata there so chale it no be proper big time I'm rubber this time you go suffer no more go slow me hitting my fine I depend on when your muscle do go me e me who's you and say na well you what say that brag go do oh yeah so yeah and achieve what daily they say achieve
me come up your pass my bro can you pass me come up your pass me come up your pass my bro can you pass me come up your pass me come up your pass my bro can you pass me come up your pass me come up your pass my bro can you pass me come up your pass my lad is a plane mini continue minister for police and nonsense affairs ebeko go here ekeko corner no lie o pa me try your party na tenam to baby spa you hear me right this one it's a bad body Mr. Robert Tim Sika Poche money man me kodi obi agin hodo obi ahofo obi ayeto who wa de nyero ma so dem na be rock wife The soap and the cake. For one of them star coach, I'm a cake. Or the one she shall me say, Paul, I need to my chocolate, my palm, my tea. For the men, your boys, you're more. Meme Casac, one or two. I wouldn't know Kenny and so I buy your friend or Doctor, this is Manomo. Allah, Wakubari. Mishano Papa, no Jango Lanti. No sugar, no milk, dear. I said my own can air ban, so many fast. Sit back, watching the come and join us. She 2000 free and fair. Only Panya. Now come up your boss. My bro, can help us. Now come up your boss. Sediva.
Looky, maybe I will be a Mechiawa. Looky, me patcho, maybe I will be a Mechiawa now.
Oh, then I'll bomb and you might die in Mesa. And you can come down, I don't come off.
This Morris production.
Brazil, you can say, we set up with the sudden loca.
I'm here continuing. Featuring dialogue.
If you are a way back a hip life.
And then you move.
Continue on yet and hip life for the a way back. On say, yeah, 34 kakra edi ya na nyum bi se ne ye ba ema ye ho esane ye continue enye on say obo guy bi din say Mr. Odro no ye me senior ewo school ona na obo abi ba very good abi ba ya da on the boss anyum no enye Rexuma de no no so bo ba ku bi
very good Abiba Resuma.
Rexoma de
Abiba.
We de very good Abiba, Mr. Odro. Or
but Mr. Odro, Mr. Odro. So I was saying from Paul.
Oh, boy, my son, a friend who's never no boy, ma. If you are the baby and come looky me part into Bomodnana join it. Looky, your trail. And kakape ma send the link no e the amount enti bomodna na wonso ebra na yen share enkomo na se bi kan hyase de enti omo beka ho a na yen nyina ya bomodna ato adwene akabo me chiao emse o hwe ye minim ba bi a wo hwe free bad me da se wo hwe James Tete enso so ehwe nsisi a monso so munyina me chiao bia afia ene ye babe di enkomo ye enkomo na ye babe di no ye wo 3 topics a ye pese ye ka ho asem enu nti no ye bebo modna ase ye be to ye bo ase na ya cover those 3 topics no nyina so ati ase me da ase se wa hye obg chatade obg chatade efu afia we de hye mi delish designs na ye ma mi o ese mani ye bi ma ase wa chiro anadwo nkomo nso gumu
Madam Delicious,
Delicious designer. Delicious designer, yeah, man. Okay. Your first topic, you know, Nkoranza police killing, no. You beka sa, no, asem. Justice for DONKOR. Justice for DONKOR. You be discussing, aha. And only your first year, beka ho asem. And afi so Accra. Is ya talk afa ho ye beka ho asem why ne fa blame no mano sometimes ne ya na type blame government but and also so and afi so jata mienu jata so mo ye ne maw so mo ye mpanimfo omo ye ne makakra omo nyini adolescent jata na business mogul bi a wo Ghana ye friend no Cheeder and I say Freedom Caesar and our koto omo na odine begu ni fie ena chese onye omo na no asem ne kire se ono no through tourism basis into no de bae ye be ka sa asem no enso ho nti sa topics me ensa we ene aha de be ka no eno no nti wa wo hwe me no se ye bie phone lines ni tumu na se wo bibi ka wo ho anase wo ni bibi fa ho a me pa che wo betimi afre na munya nto boase phone lines no enye den a ye bebie atomu se wanya kwan hwe me dia ene na bomodna na hye na enko eso ye dwumadie we afia ekoso ewo eco radio omo efa na live awo omo page ni so tune in ukọ ho a obetimi atie yen sisi a eno nso so live ewo eho no obetimi atie na live afesuso ukọ uba Facebook ti se de ye hwe ya bacho ubenya bi ewo obgh page ni so obgh series na osan kọ your friend is saying YouTuber obgh series ewo ho afia hene YouTube page afia ewo eho eco radio YouTube page so ewo ho enti no ba bia wo befa bia no wotimu se udam obenya bi de ahwe eco radio de ye ne omo edi wonsa woso ene omo sports no na editwam sports no B flat na odi ho chiame na honestly speaking many nyi B flat ho because ba bia mefa bia it seems so against me e was sports bia me support me has a folk ni no ono so support kotoko eno de nkanya menwanwa but there na Europe no yen Liverpool for ene yentimi anye league no ye ni abere eye ne de afia ye ne de enemy of progress eye ne de ne men kasa enye hwe Dr. Ed Michiao afia be hwese nka Dr. Ed every ebia 3 weeks bia no ye de ne beba me anajon komo ewo your friend saying ye dwumadie ni so nti abetefo mo nhye ne so afia yen jump in action looky oh man na me hu se wo hwe yen na si me pacha o chema me pacha brazil okay afia last week mu say last week right na Nkoranza abrantie bi a your friend DONKOR the first name no the same cry Albert right
Albert DONKOR yeah
your friend Albert DONKOR abrantie no mamemfa we ento so real quick ebekata yanimu de but if you are my to so real quick
okay
abrantie na owo ase no abedonko eno no abedonko yi according to information aminyaaye yeah according to information aminyaaye no na ekire se abrantie no ada anajo odane dem around 2 o'clock and a police for me no se sen se me ensan so a omo baaye ebebo ni punumu na ne ma me sore ye busa ya ye se ye mra me fa ne mra na sebi enioma bi a ekoso a ne ho bon mu no ye nkototo na afia omo de abrantie yi efri ne fie ma me ne se wo ka ho ne o makwa omo se da bi omo kire no se ye kọ this particular police station a young Nkoranza police station no mo de kire se ye kọ Nkoranza police station ye de na ekọ ho enti bra bi ena o se okay wate ena mo tu car no pa ena mo de ne kọ at the beginning of no a chie no ya be chi 2 o'clock o ma me ne se woni car o de be kọ ahefa no kọ akọfa so atia enti o mo de ne kọ James yes ade chin ye ma me na ani akiri that particular no ade chin ye ena oto aso call police station ho afia okọ ya yese ye mfa boy ne ma police station ho ena police for no kire no ba bia another police station am say no so sen Nkoranza de no se sen yo omo de ne kọ ho ena ma me ti kwa so to san kọ okokoduru ho so a yese ye mfa no ema ho nso so na chese ade ne se the baby a sikika kono ke me ya se omu police
baby awo
sabi omu be che boy no omu be che Albert na baby kuro nso ayede ne kono nso so a ye nhunu ho so what you say no san back to your friend is saying Nkoranza police station ho ma me ne san back a afa ne ye ba be kire ne say afa the third place bi wo ho no mo a ho na yede ne call ye If you are san ko ho no mo a ho nso so bio yes da anu nso so ni ho na afi ye ka kire ni se onko fie sada mete no se ebia na me ka asem na chia na afia obetimi aka na waka ne ye di ama me but yes onko fie na ye be frɛ no afi wo fie nem se sa ade achi ye ne ye ba be bona mane se ne ba no was involved in an armed robbery. Say armed robbery attack say ye armed robbery or ye involved anything no or no ya boni tu ekuno. Afia sa asem we anye enipa bebre de e won Nkoranza including youth na omo won Nkoranza no. That's we anye nipa bebre de. Na me ameti ha nsam no ye me na kakra. Afia nsam no ye me na kakra. Esan say de matini we achire no se de ntia ye be fa boy na ye de ne koye na ankasa no em se no wo afia ma me ma onka bibi kakra mfa ho ansa na ya toa aso me wo video wa mebo eye oye kire a mebo for the purpose of a UA no na ye de afia utwine ho sen yetimi be chi obi e de no ekọ around 2 anaju 2 e de ne ko wa bra police for enye police for na be chi na because em se me tie boy no abusua pani se ne wofo se bibi ne wofa na oye sofo no metie no yese car no kra mpa ye de be che no na nye police car afia mpa chobremu
Obi de kan meda wase na mechia obi je chatiefo nyina omo ba so omo nhye mfamaye obi case we me amadi akira na according to sources on ese guy no fi baby neighbor na laptop ese ne bag me bonechi ntem se odu first you know omu gina na bon sections nti okon okoto amrobri
na first year omu born section no na
a police for
your friend say barrier na okay
nti okon okoto robbery scene mu nti true you know omu yes omu ejom ho niema no ana ohun se omu ana omu wom bi because the guy no oyobi a you close to people and officer or you close to police for the fire service for
so a local person
yeah into no onimamanfo in terms of true that sin no and or identify a maniphobia or more service in more onimo into
police for omoka am robbers ne ho
yeah okay. You know why I shock in terms of more bono crama ne laptop na makwa eka sin mu ho nti true video ne ayi a me tie bi no omo so mo odwent bi wo ho a amanfo kokko tenatena ho ekokko je omo ahome ekodi nkomo eto bi nom so what esa mpanimfo nya kwotata nti okotena ho na em se nkomodi die mu no insta se bia nko be kipu no no hu the next forward no okotena ho and all the di nkomo se nyema se ne ko so amrobi attack ya bomi age me ho nyema nyina na kroma sana because before then na Nkoranza aye hu dada amrobi cases koso ye serious on Nkoranza ama manfa bohu a say about 6 to 7 na stores ho nyobi atotum as a notorious amrob bespana abakronum ho enti o identify na ka say sa kroma akwa sa krono a ekoso nyina no sa manifo ensa wombi so wo komo kokodi ni wo no enti true that na so omunya asa information no because omo a ohu omo no muhu no nti na e wo so omo ya fast ekofa no so de be ya breaki nti asem no nimfiti ase nyina no now my memra main question na aba no so one obi the medical answer one emra so say Ghana ye started na ye sua citizens no ye right ya ye wo
Exactly.
Because police ni ba so ba aba chewa. One, I was also an identity card. A human card. It shows a police officer. Also in the show. What I say? Two. Say better no corner woman in no. Oh, alright, so follow mo call police station because now when I chew but busheri no who to be follow up echo hobby. Then follow because they didn't know.
Mejidi say any murder case near there to squad. You can choose to say, okay, munkomia
meba because that's adiasa. That is your right.
And yet necessarily say, it was a metina police for Muna Modemeko.
You have the right to ask why you are coming for me at this particular hour.
Yeah.
Okay, monko mundi mi fee. Mi gane am beti mi ache me. Adechi ameba. Anasibia, I need a lawyer to follow me to answer your questions. 3. A citizen bia no so ni sika or be fa lawyer. E was a state no and as a country now woman no e provide no lawyer. O see your good nyina. E wo ho e wo constitution do. We have to know all this. So wo enti no nyese obi ba na adwona na mba be chewo na no. Na madi akire. Na maame nso sabi Ghana ohia sem. Sabi illiteracy nimdi a enka ho nte no. Maame no wabohu. So wo se nka maame ni nim ne right na nka boy ni nim ne right na nka nipa wo ho a. E wo se nkom kan se monko ya nka sa ye be dey. Okay, so wo ka akra na nya metumi ka na madi mochi. Na yakoma kokko twema no mu asem. But muntimi nti nipa ne fa nka che maame ne say Debbie, Mamuni Machi. As an Abraham minimo, no one show Mukadi be a moon identification better say we police in it. Over so now the police car never. Nsanema when you know. I was saying beside some questions. So Obi. Now, and your first time ni. Kaka case ni see you know. Every ye na good results bia emfam firimu emaye. What you say? Election time. Oma ye kumo omo no after na ye nya results bia emfirimu maye. Ni nyina so no security agents e ne kumo omo. Nya hwemfirimu. Ena we asan beto so be 4 times is the same. Obi anka sanfa ho.
Adia menwanwane say. Also police for the almost statement by say. Omode sana mete minya statement no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But mete say yes omode boy no. Kono. Ena arm robbers buy ena kwaye exisana okay mebo sana ne wofana. We ade a metie free ne wofa na oye sofo no o se ne wofa ade yeso ono na ekaye e na emse Nkoranza MP member of parliament enso so ono so metie ne dia ono so kaye o kire se police for the statement by say armed robbery na ekoso o mo transport no na armed robbery no etuo kan Albert ema ni wuye eti ni wofa
where is the body
eba ne ofa ne kan say okay arm robbery na ekoso anya den aka na omuti mu se nipa bebre ne ti den na obi a woteka achi no ono nko a netuo aka no that is what now me ya say say no police for omoto anansesem too much the entire make us say say nansi a say bullion van case by police ni na no mo kase na ono police ni na oka arm robbers ho no
yeah
me person me bo story bi ba oka arm robbers ho no
yeah
mo no mo kire se mo de no ekwo obi a no oda hospital mo kofa no a mo de ne mo amunim se oye arm robber police ni oye arm robber ya che no mo san de natena ka mu se ye de ne ko ba bi a arm robbers ne wo amom okwa akokire oduru ho a mo anhye no Vesta a protecting no. Number Babeka said during confrontation with the armed robbers, no. and you shoot you or no a kuno. Oh, police for it seems as they say no more to an answer some Ghana. As a matter of fact, Nanka won't say IGP way abay. And your ma bay fine because already we are see in your manner. But it looks as if say as they say no Ghana for enya doubt when you move Accra. Because every bit of article I'm reading about police forces say for the America credit, actually say as if say your club within the police institution now. They are the ones that are operating. So be as some way obi be say you kwadu ana way in America. Ye abronya be gina ha kan asem way. Kamuti afia se minim so ti abronya nsem bia o kan time ye chi no na. O kan point blank say no police no proye e police Ghana police mu.
Obi metima ka bibi.
Ba chokoso.
Niema na ekoso no. It's not within only the police.
Okay.
A mafia group. Politicians are involved in this game. I can tell you point blank. Se me ready a system na ekoso no. No me ready system a ekoso se wo Ghana na. I can tell you point blank say politicians are involved in it. One, why is the IGP silent? Don't say I say you who say never because of internet and so be kitatu. You better say IGP my action. Baba release press statements. So why is it that this time around, this kind of issue that is going on, no? The IGP, the police, and all the governmental agencies, they are quiet. Someone is behind this case. Obia oye much powerful. I can tell you. Oye behind this case. Sikanaba. And why and a small momoko this argument? Someone is behind this case. Ah, Nipano Wabaimu. Nipano politician. That one, there is no doubt. Why is he silent?
Mebo, Samichi Uchimwa, that means he say, does this boy, this very boy, a dear na, or circumstances na akofane swana. And I say, or bibi ankasa wo ho, edinti na ya sheda amaya besuma abeche na kukunana.
He has something to reveal. When it comes out, you have to mention another name. The aim say you have to silence you. So who are these people?
Ye wo empanimfo mo hwe man so. And ye wo ye for security apparatus they say police service mo hwe man so. Na say ye wo inside that ye wo proyening crofo mo mu a when something happens ayitimi kase kokoyi nipa we free ho na pani mu bitimi ma that order ne dia.
Yeah.
Na Ghana nye safe.
Obi. Wonim.
Na Ghana nye safe.
Guy bi wo krom ha sei. He did not escaping kakra bi, one of the most notorious and wanted criminal Interpol and all the agencies are penna for so many years. Nancy be a channel. Me refini her, me kunu be me anka mane e me din no. Ya channel. And now go to prison. You know what happened? Supreme Court. I'm a releasing no. You releasing no. We're gonna. Adentia. Nema bi akwase o baby. Afe na omasina kasa no. Kwana e fast for releasing no. Enye no kwanse no. Yen sign empe no nche no. But that time no. We're gonna you a year film. Ah, almost like o man be sia boka. Amasi apɛ no drug lord. Cartel and kasa. So this is the kind of game I started in Ghana within the politicians. me share krom ha say some of the things na me dia to Ghana nyema ekoso na ma hu say the same thing that is coming out from Ghana. And when this begins, Ghana is not safe. Ghana is not safe. There are some people behind this kind of crimes are obviously superior. They don't want their names to come out. But there will be a time their names will come out, but there is nothing you can do about it unless the citizens begin to rise up to defend their rights in Ghana. What I said now, guy ready, you know. Mamini can cousin George Floyd, our US on Ghana. You cool, no. Our dear father president came out, brought out friends or the press release by statement by. Ebe show modern Emma kwema black Americans of Ghana ebe ye ma George Floyd. Let's ask we. I didn't know BBC our president is quiet about these things. As a matter of fact, ECOWAS leader, ECOWAS president. Make us a West Africa, I say the whole Africa. ECOWAS, let's say within Africa, and I say West Africa. Africa, West Africa.
Economic countries of West Africa.
Yeah. Into the ultimate position, and yet, Nkolamu, he is there for peace. Why is he silent over all these kind of crimes that have been going on in Ghana? But when he goes outside, now Okoshia BBC for another thing. It's not. I convinced him said there is peace in Ghana, but he can't handle it. Is it because he was much interested in him being a president to fulfill his aim, and then he doesn't care about the people? Now, my make us some Ghana for momo de mo want to amanu for so na adi mo team no. This is the time you rise up. You think twice before you vote, because your lives are at risk. We are very careful. Why is it that our president is silent? I didn't he doesn't talk on Kasa. The only thing that he comes out to say is, my fellow Ghanaians, nothing comes out of it. Nka president, nka debisi na se begu animu asia. At least I was saying can we release the press statement say ade we e koso no bia say ni say no e bia IGP on taking action. Now IGP me person be say say e de benti e na why silent one pa ode no ho ye bo samra ne na ye bo ntwene e de je wotata. Why are you silent? Why are you silent?
Afia asem sebe asem sebe se odwene nneoma bi hu a sometimes ni ya na ontiase se odwene nneoma bi hu a ya na ontiase ya na nka ye hia se ke benya nipa a omo nka basade we form ho na nka oma be chichiri mu, but here we are yemfa press release bia emaye Anita Lawa I greet you anasa mechiao William Akosa Willie mechiao ena Madam Delicious hare to pompepra mechiao Mary Yupu ansuso mechiao afia mame emo video we na youth na no mo wo ho no eye oye kire na yenhwe ade bi ewo ahanomo me pese me bossa yi we na yehwe ade bi ewo ahanomo. As a matter of fact ma memfa credit no ema ba bia me twi free kakra ewo ha enti mu yenhwe ade bi why so for me yenhwe ade ewo ahanomo sise ya.
Angered by the alleged killing of a 28-year-old trader and a footballer by the police, the youth of Nkoranza, who had earlier suspended a protest march, vented their spleen on the local police headquarters.
We are not going anywhere until the police kill us all. Nobody.
They called off the march to give an ear to the paramount chief of Nkoranza, Nkoranza IV, who appealed for calm as he promised the support of the traditional council for speedy investigations.
If we get the culprits today, everything will be fine.
The demeanor of Nana Bafo, who echoed concerns of the youth, is one that portrays the feeling of insecurity among the larger population in Nkoranza.
Even when I came today, my policeman, I was a bit scared when I saw him with a gun. Because you are not sure who pulled the next trigger, who fall victim. Nobody feels safe here. If the peacemaker is alleged to be committing this kind of crime, then you are not sure of yourself.
Few minutes after the meeting with Nananom, a section of the youth bent ties as they blocked a section of the main Nkoranza Ejula Road in front of the police headquarters, whilst casting insinuations and aspersions on officers on duty. Perhaps that was a shadow of things to come, as the situation escalated with the police headquarters becoming targets of the youth who wore hoods to conceal their identity amid threats to journalists not to film their ads. They managed to flee suspects in police custody, including this man who was removed. The attack remained one-sided for several minutes until the arrival of a police reinforcement team. The youth, bent on taking the fight to police, stood their ground as they pelted the armed officers with stones and clubs. At least 9 persons who sustained gunshot wounds are receiving treatment at St. Teresa's Catholic Hospital. Reverend Father John Bremy is administrator of the hospital.
We have about 9 people who have suffered various injuries.
All right. If you Mame Emfa your friend is saying and no Emfa Ensiha na yenka bibi ketewa bi Emfa ho wa ha Gabriel Mensa Michao Charles Longishin Michao unso. If you honestly speaking, me feel say to me, I would say 2 wrongs does not make it right. Even though you say nipa sebi omo aku abet it is alleged say a police for at this moment me did say police for no enyin to mu say sebi omo nipa na aku anasa omo nkrofo na befa your friend say abet e de ne call ya sebi amano akwakowu omuntimi nyintu mu sa menim say a investigation, but if I mean to me, we have to also condemn some of the actions your friend is saying youth putune out there so what you say because oyeni ya omuye ya o ma say enioma what you say omu akwakobu edeni ayi enipa ya che o matumu ama throughout this enipa ba ko bie masan ahwere ne nkwa wawu what you say I mean ya obi awu ama yeah try say you be find a solution to it but then no oye kire na amonso amasan akwa ama another person awu ama ba bet say 9 people assign injured omo prepare omo da ho no that means say emfa ayi papa bi ama me hunu sabi o ya oye kira shouldn't be violent a bit me akọ to the stand they say obi so besan wu must we have to say obi be wu aka abete ho ansa na hu se de ye ne ya na afia
obi one me pese me se nipa na owu ye no through the demonstration na BBC ya borom toto na bi kan owuye and as a police for no tear gas no to om toto ene kan omuye
Omuntimi mfa ayima out there, but I'm tempting to believe say because our police as a matter of fact na me ba was our police for no by the way even tear gas crowd moto no aim towards the crowd now ye way na it could be that no and it me kun nipa krono
na obi se wo pe freedom ye kuro no I didn't pen in front of it seems that they are doing nothing about it. Or pe freedom at least sacrifice must be made. Nema we yakoswa solution be mfrimuma. Solution be mfrimuma. Now my baby say a police forecast na ya say obo dem but the fact say no is it important, more important than obi ba wawu ana. Where is the body?
Let's try to be you say and yet important than that. But doing this, is it going to bring the person back to life? That is my question.
Obi, it's a sign of a warning because security I have for some boy on Hobino. Someone can what is the need of you being in that town?
You
can't trust you people.
You can do whatever you need to do with that because I find it so you say how so be a na ye pe solution na makwaya diama another person biem asanye wu.
Who killed that person? That is the issue. Why is the body of DONKOR? So I will buy most police offense and robbery. What creative stories na? Where is the body? Yeah, yanisa me ba wu na mi hu body want to kwera kasa ko wo desert so. Krom ho an ye no. Where is the body of Isaac DONKOR? At least mama me hu body ni mi say to ne kan no. Mi say to ne ha ne kan no. Nenye postmortem. Where is the body? That is it. Nti anibra I say okaman ka nibra so anasa o ka wa nibra so. Where is the body of Isaac DONKOR? Where is the body, Obi?
And say, and I mean, police for anti-me a statement be my. I believe said just because I said they don't even know say a police for the betche Nkoranza na say no correct.
If they don't know, why are they police? Why do we have
they are somehow no sometimes and it takes time to do the investigations and all that stuff. So what must BBC
Obi according to no omwagina to me say omonkrofo ne cool boy no MP na babonten omwaka era
alleged. I'm not defending
omwagina to me say omo na omukum no
me ba me defend the police for was that case way but I'm trying to put it as a possible explanation I bet me this very case because me tena say me blame Chinchina. First of all, me blame Chinchina a police for na I don't think it's my idea. In the sense, first of all, no, no, they came at night. O man for police car na buy and ya say okay, ya fast and I say at this moment, it's just a speculation, say a bit me a police for
Obi. Senior police ya adentima mo call man ka say yan small police for bia say because mama be bia na mo ka to me say ane ye do mo call it means they are police officers
they
ti obi se me nsuma me ba so nkonkonkonko disika mfi obi ho na BBC a oba mo ka say maame o suma o ba so me disika na sika no untwa ya na se me nsuma me ba me ka say me suma me ba o baby bia na ma frɛ me ba no ma suma o baby enya me maame me na me ba wo ho e ba disika no
via wo analogy na wo ye no this time around nipa ne ba no otimi bo wudin say wo ba we ne ba but this is the situation they don't even know say police for na ko fear how to begin with now
obi mesere so mo suma police for the question is say my man say police for ne buy fine now omuko police station one a police for corner e directing said that you only ha monko ha which is confirmed say only ha say na monko ha say ba say be yes and the cause why were they tossing them so much more police ni bia on that fateful day I didn't tell you because I small bia but we will do an investigation and find out whoever is behind that crime. But most say it means a crime. What I say? Confirm it. They have confirmed it. What I say? Say me and me inspector. I was such charge officer. Let me boss me baby be her. Now catch me say, Anne. But only a transfer the police station. It means a yampa. You know something about it. Into one, crime officer, one, he needs to be arrested. Do further investigation. Find out who sent them. Where is Albert DONKOR's body? Why did you go for him? Why didn't you allow him to defend himself? What you say? Police for birim to your baby bia. Your police for me abon for more. Omutimikum innocent souls. Police inspectors for omobabon thing. Ma pressed a release. Eka asamono. Na afraid punishment ono. Out how what you say? This time around, nobody is talking. So the more they are silent on the case, means there is something behind it. Because in the first time, Kaka did the same thing that happened. So who is behind Albert DONKOR's death? Who are these criminals that are doing these things? Now, Mamika Sembako, Buna Hafu Regional House of Chiefs. Now, say me was Domahene, the boom once my mechabe obia mesere, oh, boy, Juma. Una dog one. Now, me who say, Regional House of Chiefs now no Boko share president. I don't know, say, more disaster way together, I don't know, because maintain. But someone found to get here. Nanka, I was expecting you say, Bra Moko share president, no. First thing, and it's our case we see. Because the first time a crime taking place in Buna Hafu. Into this time, I was expecting you, the chiefs, to come out. Now, more addressing this case before the president. Now, on taking action about on it. Now, secondly, no, apart from House of Chiefs, you know, Mr. I have for more Ghana. What are you doing about this case? Now, no, too for Mr. Mechabe Obia. Nana, King Solomon, Mr. I can't wait, I can't wait. You for differences in Phantom Chain. Momana Bontain. Talk about this kind of crime that have been going on. Now, the can't be Ghana offense, Peace Council for. What are you doing about all this kind of crime that have been going on in Ghana? The only thing that you know is to defend Cathedral. But when an innocent soul is being taken from their hands now, or their lives are being taken from them, you don't talk. More human is saying, Peace Council, more Ghana, Aglo for women. I am man, Mutino that your friend is saying a stadium, a bomb, pie, a country, a shoe. What are you saying? Moba and a year kuku momono. I don't know my dear glow for and then my Makaman with atom. Muduti is saying. Now, confess so cry, Mudimpo, the Methodist software, yeah, that's what I have for Bucano. The form saying,
I use you, Anna, my Methodist software, I use you.
Or more quay of Dana Christopher or Madame.
Christian Council for
Christian Council. Girl for issue by, you know, move to Tomua, Kasaya, Kabia, and Tiasia, Gomora, Subarum Gomora. Moduman say, you Funa Yakumon, why are you silent, our dear pastors? Why are you silent? Maybe someone ne. A soft one, come on, or two. Why are you silent today? Now, human rights. Mo are here. Moi, Mokasa, must defend human rights. And why are you silent on this issue? ECOWAS mpanimfoɔ ECOWAS one of the most disappointed organizations I've ever known in the world, and omo because Nigeria, the same thing has been going on. And you know, omo nyina pɛ nipa obetima so je Kagame so wan ono pɛ na betima ka se be ka se ka Gaddafi ti ase a nko no so oye good owo maka no dey na omo yi the same they can't protect us. Obi me for siana
I mean, read the message way every Stella or say, but didn't the mother saw them? Mr. Obi, please try and be reasonable. We are talking about human life here. Why are you trying to justify these issues about police unnecessary killings? Is becoming too real. Ghana shouldn't be like that. Okay, Stella, and yes, me defend it per se, but sometimes we just have to give benefit of the doubt to kakra ewa because yewo Ghana people wear police atade soja atade edikodi ensemo a ehu hia ediche police ye cheap da. So my point that I'm trying to make here and say, what if say a bonifo bi na omakope police atade ahye in the process of say ye pese ye babechi akola no because uhu yen. So what you say ebia they could be say nipa no omo police mu ampa ebia betimi abasa omo police mu ampa but ade na omo ba be nam se na eye illegal enye ne kwan so yansoma wo omo nintino they came in there what you say to make sure say omo be this guys wo omo ho. When it happens like that it take time for police to investigate all these things. So what you say pretty much ebia yes ye chi no if you can say de ba ho no yes ebia omo de ba ho because say omo ye police for ne ade no. So what was it sometimes the people you don't have to come out real quick. I'm not justifying anything. Me objective here. I'm being very, very objective. Yes, I support it, whatever the killing is going on because Sabi, se police if one to me and your majuma, me meti ahano me feel say a beer, me nyame ho. But then I meba Ghana, meko Ghana, me corner sa same way ekokotomi woha. I'm expecting police say ombe o majuma. Na omo ultimate a protect your friend is saying me. So what I say ejigua. Me corner say akromfo be time a minya obia mfa nka nkyere no but in those dispensation mintimi emblemu too much of a police chinchina a police for na chinchina omo yes ade no mintumi so what I say mintumi emblemu omo too much sa enunti na sometimes uboha kakra no what ma a kwan kakra say okay this also could have here the be to me happen e wo honomo enti na make us and Stella we the mesrew I am not supporting a nipa na yakunu no na ebiem Stella let's take this scenario yakunipa in our trying to find out exactly what the cause na say yakunu nipa no. Must we have to say also a nipa be musan wu ewo nipa na wu na ebi mu nso san prepra ka ho ana. That is something I may full say there is a limit. Youth no mubetimi aye o but it shouldn't have to be bloody. As so obi wu ka abete ho. So what you say sabi police for baye almost started say almost ye shooting what I'm expecting is say because obi apeso otena nkwan mu so what ma say mube this person na obi akoni fie boko se de be yankasa ewuo we ya aba ama obi asan ewu sabi ama enipa asan prepra no enu susu nka entimi nsi sabi de owu ye owo no so wa abusuafo na afe edi oyone a emfata ensenum ne sa no manem ni nyina eden asan ba abeka ho eba ne sa eye youth na na yesan eku omo what ma say a youth na nkasa na omo fight for no they are the same people sabi eba see until say police ni bia wu omo ne kuta weapons what you say if you omo ne kuta weapons sabi say who citizen na we youth no so ubenya weapon na ebia ukuta sekan na ansa na ubedru police ni no no the to na bo wa mawu eti we have to be able, and if you made mention say in the power struggle, no, these things are happening. This is not struggling of power. Where or yet children or more yet to disclose or more displeasure about what is going on. In order for me, sir, BBS as a mentias here, say, yeah, do I have to let somebody else die? And that's will be a prayer. And as I may say, Japade and Sana, you solve that problem, Nana. No, there's a lot of ways I bet me go on this. In order for yeah, or your youth, your friend is saying, but there should be some kind of who say you caught to this extent that we are going too far. If you me there's a meme na metia na say bi mate say Albert na na me hu nipa bi nso so through this struggle and all that stuff no me hu nipa no nso so asan awu a enya me de.
Obi. So, no, what kind of if anything, strategy being a person called Munusu? Now, one for seeking for justice.
Okay. Any panel worry, right? Whatever the case may be, in worry. More yeah or yet. That is fine. You can hold placards, walk through the street and other. What is the point to say I was a block road? Namucha eja editor. Time tie baby
it happens everywhere. No. Obi, they say ensure tire punch or it's up to here. Oh, you should know, say this killings, it's not going to stop. It has been there. Nobody is saying anything. In time I say Kakadi, a whole military officer to me at Ekoto from Eden, they could just see from. Egeji nipa de sani esutu ni kuno, right? Yakum upon say yakum kaka wie no a whole military officer etimi egeji nipa. They said they all war front esutu nipa kuno. End results ne fin by dey ne fin by. Obu de kache me. What was the result?
Honestly speaking, no, and I also me did kind start ya make us and make us say baby econo. The citizens are losing hope in police fraternity itself. So what I say, in a sense, they say, police for these are some of the things more school am I training how to handle people they have clubs and weapons and all that stuff. And some more backfilled and in your dispensation now. That is where you try to put all your knowledge now what learn in the police academy into that, unless of course some person say and some person catch citizens say all more I show police academy they know nothing about police because it didn't happen. If you are there, maybe I'm just trying to say I'm just giving what the solution could be. What the solution if you sometimes you have to protect yourself whether you like it or not. Yes, I know, sir. And your man corner say there is a struggle that you have to go on and use and all that stuff. In using those force, Kaihunu say you're gonna get a reaction from somewhere. And one way the reaction is going to be fatal. That is all that I'm preaching over here. There's no need for somebody else to die. There's no need for SSA. In order for you to seek justice, there's no need for somebody else to die before you seek justice. This is not a struggle of power. It's just a demonstration to make sure say you are disclosing your displeasure about whatever has happened.
Oh, we're not just an ordinary demonstration. Just that I disagree with you. We are talking about human life here.
Have you said every year human life is involved?
Every year, that is why the youth are fighting for themselves, their lives, because the youths are not safe anymore. The old ages want to kill the youth, destroy their lives, and they continue to rule. That is the issue here. It has been going on, and nobody is saying nothing. Munya botre no mayedi na panyin bia foja ko disika na wa silence case no I didn't say kumba offer. Oh, when now but the berries of no affair children or Jessica. Obi now, so solution but my best here. Why a process of so fat security agencies? One, that is the problem here. Sir, never data forces in my name. Politicians will be our person on woman data forces. It's becoming too much. No more says some say Arnold Schwarzenegger. Abra, Ukraine, Iraq, and Tapai Bayano. Yes, uncle for a monk and dear, a bombe as uncle for no. But I want to move more. No much is some year national security agents, no more citizens. But what about Muntinko and Patawo? What I say, ye phobia Juma. I just say whom you know. Met not at a point blank say police Juma. And ye whom you know. 6,000, 7,000 Ghana cedis. You put it on the tables. You be found. I am saying it. It has been going on. And now go to university. Now per se opposed to where you pay money before. And to some for now more formos what do you think is going to happen? And our police near what the bonnet. Now Casa woo in the police now narco training, so they now narco trainer on him to on him how to kill. What else are now why bonnet now say woo in a D Amanam society no. The same people are going to form criminal organization. Then they come back to disturb the public peace. And the police in here bonia or kum nipa or dear. Keep them ourselves. Mama pania bonnie. Slowly, completely so now all system no more. Because US is there. US kum nipa are two options.
The fact of the case is in before say ubedru say yebekuno. Now, yeah, those investigation. The reason why I investigation is people you believe we say ubi eshechire penimu bi shechira ebia opiapiamo. So what I say ebia all yes monko ye say sani pano na sebi ye investigation ye peno enti say ye ku preko peno e di free hwa ka hunu say investigation na ye no esi enesa. And
good investigation.
So what
my society no hope.
All right.
Say they are there for us. Omonto action no and to in the past omontungu na ye the way forward in the future. Ntia koba na saying. Na say yakum DONKOR. Na wa ye din. Anan say obi ehunahuna. Obi kana no tum.
Adeba kwa mekanise Nana Akufo-Addo ye nyina ye papa oman e papa enem she say it is becoming a known secret say it's about time I feel say enyoma bi to say esia a citizen now who do omoso no ene esi coming out, especially things it comes to the national TV and national agenda. No, these are some of the stars and brana ebeka bibi kakra. If I want saying, ye beba flood, so flood ye see akwabi your friend is saying akwabi wo OKFM or a reporter or whatever it is. And a flood ni see no or babbage na yi so ebo asenso boache echi say asenso boache ma out say anything about omo flood na affecting omo no. So what must say ye hear media houses no in order to put pressure on Nana Akufo-Addo. So things like this eba or ye a mining nyina eja sabi COVID by that be an obema your friend say update. Enti ye ku obia a police involved. What you say? Ye ku police ni ya antehwe enioma bebresi ya people are expecting say papa obeba outside na at least Ubeba ma bibi, ubeka bibi, ediafa for people to know say you are empathizing, you feel empathy for or more or mashri addition. But all your silence me feel say ya na me feel say ya na hajene kakra. Enunti no mesre say papa ya no aba ano aba kakra. Avia ubeza ka bibia na.
Miss Ross send me link any what may you send the movie. You'll be per se.
Okay. Well, okay. Mayama Luki Kwaba. Luki Yama Kwaba.
Hey,
Wama mute Luki. Yama Kwaba.
Imagine also if you are never one where you are, mammy, come them or pick any other good page. Hold on, the Alama come to never one where you are, my
Mate.
Obi, make sure I won't wait here for, and I hope someone to make her.
Yato
Kapa. Now, if you are and come on, waiting, and I mean, it's ye be not, then say, yes, sister, be the sisters of fire. I'm so not a or question Obi Kakra.
Yeah.
Now, me Baba Buano near question Obi.
Yeah.
Obi on say, I send me about and yes, a yin trap to swasemo. Weighing your allegations. Where your police for an enuma and you know, and you say be a can and was a way you're cautious. There were more police for an one seminar. Any age now so. And they can say almost so almost far boy no, and a boy no almost custody. Mamma no call hold one. It could be say a much run the first time now yet the boy no call you know. Almost more tron and was a mamma and comrade. Inti sabe I mean say it's here for I died, you know. I'm say so far the yati afa asem no ho no. Dodo no a police for na nka say enu masem.
Ah, mo beka e.
And o mo beka e nti say bi obi ka say police for akum boy na. Say no odane dem onu yi meboa.
I don't think so.
No, I'm on the
not yase. Almost say dem ho dem nyina.
Aye. Na Robbie Empo Ghana Constitution no say police for mo kwachi obi a mo masade ase mo boni pa no ho ban yo kopim some de no be court amay akobua na tan say owo won say say yachi obi tum no person ko hunger strike kra mpa police for no force many pani didi because wo mo fie say when ni na komku no kra yetimi de so do e den into say nipa ni so ni di kura mpo na police wo emrama kwan say wo mo force so ye force feed nipa because when you didn't know who na just mo so man hwe kan ama nipa na anye ayeden aku no ho nti say ni ye na ye nim no Ghana eniema bebre when it comes to justice any police and then nioma enkoyi na recently impo no US State Department for warm citizens say a corona friend in Ghana report a war me and I don't know be question me say na a bed in America for now no can the so and yes I answer me to you embassy say what Ghana and I saw US State Department reports now almost the bar out almost Ghana your human rights and in your man and yet US embassy for Nkwana at the bow Togo ambassador crowd did the same report bearing. The SC will chrome on mono de bow and so swat this year cocos a woe baha who say in a hattie. Or be me can't chat one. Answer before a UK for announce so woman the woman refugees beko Rwanda no Nanaku Fuado call fast trip view UK. Ghana for baby auntie I say. Time on a UK for decided say one more pe baby a one day and for a baho basic political asylum refugees or more baby or more becono. One ma am I mindful be a short say. Say, oba you bet me, that is our contract we are. Amount. What I say we began for your contractor, I kind of for terrorist for. And yet your kwaji one bag Ghana, so okay. US for baby the terrorist for Akono. On say a kwaji be baho. The same contract, no.
Say da crampa and Tokwasi Liberia is a contract here, Emma Liberia. One on your day, I Bujumbura, a camp where
yes,
you're known for that.
Yes. Now, Ansana British will be decide the country I emphasize our contract man. A who for the call when no one BBC need because interviewer or cast a Britain for so what's your timeline now? Or quiet no almost a papa who will grow more the airport so will be a refugee. No, a Johnny Abbott why with UK why and Sassy as I don't know what or your name. So a bunny and yes, ends minutes now. One call baby for no. Yan UK phone, said yes, he didn't panico baby, a possum, Drake cried. Na currently, no Ghana, no, qualify as a peaceful place, will be the political asylum near Accra, near ready see a bedina. Yan Panama Ghana for Munko Fienum, Papa Quay, and no more before what the Quay BBC for interview now, no walk can be celebrating for. Also, a free one, contract in Rwanda.
Wonderful, no.
It's because Ghana is not seen as a safe place. Judiciary, security problem na ye hunu Ghana no. Aje baby anti no so obi edwaneko UK. Na UK aman say on to mini independent na emum no. Onko baby a Ghana nso ne baby a UK aman free set e why good enough so odi nipa no beko. Enti se bia na Nkoranza de no. Ye binom wan no mo nte ase a yenka hu sesa na ema we akoso ache ne koso che ye no so e binom anya adaje e de ho report akokokoko wo maman so to the extent say Ghana krampo no se ye pam obi a na so odwane ko obi fi a enipa ni timi nka so ma me mfa ngo Lagos na Ghana de me kasa me do ko wa e honye ya rehosem ma mfa joke kakra mfemu a wo ka kra wa hwe a wo besu. The state of Ghana is security near judicial system. Any even pono journalism, freedom of journalism. No, and ya papa, okay, boy, you can record a cars a goomrem. Over the years, cars are my achie goomrem, my boy, and quires and core record. This a cars we what guys who chain a bono.
And Pajanian man who be.
Yes, boy, now could be a friend Caleb. Where a journalist.
Oh, yeah. Yes, our boy Nankasana. Your friend is saying Ukujina, your friend Independence Square time na so muye bibi wo hwa ye che no mekai or City FM.
Yeah, or City FM. And no dan chan ya what kai say journalist bi a onya ante yes galamsey bi kosu wo nwrem wo mo ye galamsey no mo ni permit wo call ye na sebe ye the Ghana military and ebo galamsey for no ho man e ma wo call so wo kwa report wa Ghana military a wo mo she uniform and na e wonwura mu ho a and that's what mo stop galamsey no
as I said we joy FM for the buy e ma ye hu ye.
Yes enti say e bia na minua so fire onko na bu ye fu kire say so what one
Stella
say Stella e bu ye fu and say bia na bu afu na emum the fact that say onimu pefe say de e koso no etisa but minua Stella obi so na aduma na wo ye no so nko kaso wo jib obi a de atuma enke be so aye bias aso wo
I'm just playing a devil's advocate over here and yeah munyanto boase emfa emame yo mame chancrofo na fe move on to your flooding semna and so air cost and so a whole new package me pam yeah okay mechia answer kwache mechia DJ me bacho wudi na ka hon de mintimi mo yo mo news e wan mintimi mo Salifu Eja Isaac Beatrice bi yete won ka che papa
Beatrice go no mechia
Nana Ochere Owusuwa Faustina Kodua Ebenezer Prince Obri Yeboa Nana Adoma Opon Bedu me hokafo ehwemene Azobel Era Osajefo Maxaro Amankwa James Munyina Gabriel Mensa Charles Mabudi de Munyina Nechia Munyina de Damasese Monya Ebre Muni AD. Of course, Stella Medican Abudin wa ha menyi mu Ena Steven Fogo and so Michia Binimu sports back up, be ni mo sports back up. Look now, Busa, Mrs. Say, Makasi, yene, Echo Radio for Eldins, I was so den. Yeah, as our program, we say, call live for Echo Radio, so,
yeah, share Echo Radio for
TV that was say, Isaac, see, good job. Isaac, me that was a pa. Hey, Frank, Joe, Frimpon, Sega. man like Paul Segole, which yaw. Okay. Momayan ko flooding so. Say minim se flooding na baby ba koso ewo enkran. Ghana mamu. Minim say memfa nkonko hye mpanimfo na omo Ghana. Anasa memfa hye citizen na omo Ghana because yaka ye free man santene about 6 years ago. Flooding I see ye ema me waha ena me hu se enipa dasani ahye ete se de pesi ama eja ato ewuramu ete tre kwamusi ye pesi ye ma eja to wuramu a obekona entwene mfui ni noa no ahyehye ayeyeye sei ededa wa nwenwene omose no about 6 years ago circle ene ebisi ye sim say ye nsua nyansa bia mfiri mu every year bia as a matter of fact nsuo to a eyirifa enipa dasani ewo nkran mamu enena me hwe guy bi ye friend say na me hwe guy bi a program of fire ebusafo mo ntwem kakra me ba na me hwe of fire program ene na asema na o kan say o bompa ye senka tsunami anase typhoon enanka ensi ewa Accra because sabi ohunu say citizens na omote Accra no di atem odi omo no mintimi mo because medical can say ya ye ni di atem sese ye ni di atem ewa ha dialogue ni na ye okofu say embra because it seems say citizen na nkasa mu na omote ho no say we decide say we fight for omo a omo the same people a umbesan aba ateni aba be ka kire wo say yempe de yepe na yentina mu sabi uye nipa me de say meka masem wa uye nipa me pa chewo government emra emeka kire wo say mentu bola emfamu gatemu asan what yase ana eno no kire madwene so government no omuntimi nye de o so omoye that is fine but who as a person I wote ho we nipa wote ho no sabi flood no afia any looky saba government wote ayo omotete trasako omo no ye de nuaje ho ya ye ho kama se ase ne atutu ede nsuo na fa hwa ye ho nyina kama omo mfa mo ho enti how se mo no de muntimi enka mo ho mom na mo nka se nsuo ni ba yen ne fa yen enti yen pa bibi nye a ebeboa ye ne de bia as if say said there those people don't learn from whatever that happens no mo learning from mama yen hwe your friend is saying sadie we yen hwe ekwan a nsuo pa atimi a mama men hwe wa hanom na yen nyina yen hwe mefa mo chew mama hwe na yen nyina yen hwe ade oho ya na ahomete me imagine say nka menka your friend is saying ensu yire e wo Ghana no nka menka ho asem biem isan say wo beka no waka ne say na enso so sabi meko Ghana da bia ya na me ma no kan say enye den ya meko Ghana sabi meko Ghana na bia me bi ti ba bi place ti say na meko akosra ne na siseze nsu ato a wa hwe ya na me so meko akofam awu ana say enipa no kra mo ho no say nya me bi no kra na so owu a ye wo wiase no we are somehow connected we don't know enti etu obi a e wo say me hu say atome eti minti ase look you filled ne ho ma menyi ayi ni nwie me wi a medical abaw so na ye hwe ade na mo de mo nhwe ade minim say mo nya bi ahwe but wo de mo bear with me ni ye hwe ade bi kakra bi e wo ha no me pam chewo
taxi no say yo, taxi no.
All right. Menimsa enipa bebre kwa enya this very your friend is saying videos different ones ahwe. Ebiom. Okay. Bunche kakra. Muma yentie your friend is saying. Komna Japan. Yentie nsembia. Okaye. Ekwanya sabi enka yebetumi afaso. Sa nsuo ya etoi. Enka no betumi abrase. Yentie asemo a Komna Japan ekaye. Isaac say, my brother, I think the country is confused. Me watching here. You watching here cry. Mummy take Komna Japan wa ha no mo. So for mo dem mama memre kakra ne yenti ade bi because it's important. Me yenti.
This and then TM they say Mattis, a minister of lands can be about Sir
Asempa FM.
Can say forest.
Yeah,
forest.
Achimoto.
Me ba mote menka mote. Okay.
Forest.
Me environmental engineer and I'm here for me. So into green cover is very important.
Asempa FM.
Green cover. Accra, the map of Accra in 1900. Now processing up to 2010, you lose about 60% of the vegetal cover. You can say green cover. And as I say, who ha, nens you to, nessa assassin, you run also, and so no mem, and mem and co, and sana, a be connected in soon, assassin, me mama, Brunicas are saturated, and sana the engineers cast a runoff, no, abba. And then you clear baby, obifia crana was out to tiles account. It is to 100% runoff. There's no percolation into the ground, and not creating a lot of the floods because within Accra, because the pre-development ecosystem has been so far damaged. Emma, just say, Niema as ye protected the society. Nina, you refina, Bibia, Sikenti, Asasibia, Tom, Asasibia.
Who do you blame? Because a bimo people for political expediency will blame the political class, the political elite. Right. But we have technocrats like yourself who are supposed to advise, who are supposed to do the right thing.
The Americans say, you have a role to play. Yeah, politicians know that. The politicians are ultimately responsible. I can tell you the technocrats, the contribution they make. Because state lands, it was my principle, because I'm against the sale of state lands. At the intina and say in statue from Rollins more time. Yes, the redevelopment of Accra. A baby about no lands if we no much will be member back no at all 8. We who's a politician when you're back? No, what's you know, okay, see, share Accra usuni cantonments near day and Sasia Ghana dear. Somehow, ye pequabi no boom quabrane. Any amount of back fufu na ono wakoton the amount developer be within a week makes millions of dollars. Why? State of Ghana the state of Ghana deserves to be rich and have money. It is a property for Ghana. If you say a primer, say developer be person be far. You bet him the amount na ye quantum ne woman equity woman. By now, all these developments that have happened in cantonments and Laboni and all those places, Ghana government lands. Why is the government out of it? I disagree totally with this kind of practice. and I've said it when I was in government. I'll continue to say it whilst my party is in government. To those who want to listen, should listen. And he said, one, I disagree from an environmental point of view.
That's for the Achimota forest.
Yes, because media forest party. And I'm saying, me quite sorry, Mount Sinai, Methodist Church or Kabija, Atomic.
Okay.
Me who's almost expanding road. But in here, I was going to call the Minister of Environment and can't say, and they should replant.
From Atomic,
yes. They say, Opa, before we drew, baby, I'm the chicken here for saying. KFC, no?
KFC.
Was your book a new right?
Oh, really? Me found
yes. Fine. It be an expansion of road, be affected road alignment near the horn of traffic about fine. But it means it should be part of it. You say you start replanting. Tika by now, cry. Come trees are any near the Akusi baby. I replace it. Now bro, say what do kako bodu? You best send a bill. Uka say no. No what ya koto eduani bi bisi. You know, we have to protect the environment and the ecosystem. And we need people to be thinking this way. Say ayo ebinumu say asasi bi abedaw nti ebetwitwa ne asa atonton without thinking about the general society, how it serves as a carbon sink, because we need all those things to have a proper ecosystem equilibrium.
But where the Achimota forest is currently, and I saw a post on Facebook, a person alluding to the fact that some part of that forest, encroachment near the Adint, it's no longer serving its purpose. And those parts can be taken off now.
How can he ever say that? It is not supported by technical advice. The facts were 100. No, 20. No, say 100. The 18 can a contribution to humanity. Because why would the old feel as in your too
much?
And you clear baby pen all these things you can climate change, global warming, so we need our technocrats to be skilled enough to know and have this orientation to protect the ecosystem. Oh, you saw now cook massimi, so if you cause one baby a bubble, your bocos or Fabio Subin Valley. If you want my back,
all right. I was about Muma Yemfa ACH na Looky. I was a former man and can be been looking on Looky ne failed pa any your friend is sanitation and it sa and your maybe say. And if you die, you know, at the amano. Mamana quine amana casacra and Timbacho ya sunity because. Said the midi can and you might think say who baby say a hoye and found him. But I did be anywhere and fanny pound into Papa Joe. Looky, lad, a cost of war, Ghana. Who is saying, quite Benny beat me the first war.
Broby, the kind of Mr. Japan, Cabinet Japan. Wababeka, dear woman, Jinimunina, dear Minimubia, dear Messia Bia, Wabeka. Bibi obeka ye bia ye ade a uko school a ye beka ho asemaye actual nti mint me fa bi nto minni bi mfiri de obeka kan because the obeka kan no an bi na nka me so me kan but me de bi befo ano so me kind say ne refi bi nti mebo ye ho nkai the kind no what the natural you are the saying approach ne ba ye say forestry no any say be ye fear ye sisi ani atotumu ta so mention be say runoff say nsuo ne to no ntimi amena nkwa asase na say say tiles ya to no ye fie any ade no na nsuo na ye den atwe afa so na ekọ okeka ensem bi a eno an nka me so me ba be kanti say be ya etiefu di kan say no I hope say atọ mo adwenem na bia ekene bi mpo so obi isi ni fie obebo ne ho nkae say oto tiles na me fie ho ye fe na emom kai hunu say nka wuja area bi nso ofie ho edua green grass ana wo de wo planting nnua ya na say metisi yes tomatoes boaye den na Ghana for binya tomatoes unto na ya me yanam see wa abramon and sase da Ghana for fi obetumi adua tomatoes kakra me ko kakra nenka eno so aye wa garden or personal garden apart from say ubedidi wo wa wo fie ho no no ebe ye organic no se bia mu ye aduane wo fie kra bola na nka mo koto agu no eno so kra nka mutumi de bola no so ye dey
bibi
egu ho because emura na nkasa na mutumi
bola ya wo kan
ene plastic na America
ye de ye friend say ya obi akwahye badamotom ya abode agu plastic mu de agu na de na asai e de babegu
make a composting no aduane no say bia wadwa banch wadwa board ye okay said even a latter some na crime say yesusu ano na wo mutumi de board ye ho no enti enkayade a enipa dodo a wo masifie wo Ghana nyina wo mo bejai house na wo mo to no e call so run off na nsuo no gu so ana hwew na efrifie ono na ekohin nsuo ye ekohin ni right enti wadi kan bobo so but de woja wo mu a enka minim ne number mebo ne nka ye next time okọ baby no okọkasa ma ma ni remfi say yeye ni patiman mufu ono nso no enwura na yeye no say ye nam plastic insui ye no ma pure water ye no ma ne ato black plastic said there be a betana metaka sa niema we nyina apart from say ye bunu ye egu na no so ama mother nature na brain yes I contribute to be aiden aka ho brobi susu ampa se nsu ye to won kran senke tofa kumase pa nka o papa fie ho ase ye honke be papa
dabi
so wa hu de mi
kan ebe ha adwene
kebe hadwen wo hu de on say e honu mu na enieme nyina esane kweden ekogu na imagine say ensuo ne bedu ho ne fa ba bia emfa na senke yade a Ghana aban wo fa bonebo se ompese enipa num nsuo a ye beto atwene na ye di nwura begugu gatem senko ofa bonebo se wo hyemra bi pa twintwintwan so said watimi ahye 11 mra ye betue 11 no the same vem no nko omutumi di ra sanitation ho no impo nadmo fo a wo mutifie agisa to renche mo ba ansana or the saying yakofre nadmo fo so wo mra me ye adwuma no on nadmo fo de na America no ye good say nadmo ho na nadmo fo yi senka ye de ka wo adwuma ho say wo ye sanitation officers wo na wo nsi atorenchem no ho kwan ekwan wo betumi afa esi ho kwan ne say ye betu wo magu krom no wo be ye security menka so wo nkonko prapra wo de wo krom a wo nam ho no ma wo to ade ato form a wonye because we NAPCO official na adwuma ne say on hwema atorenchem ne dey ma we ya be nkofo be wo beti se nkofo se na nadmofuo we me pa chewu e wo senka nadmofuo ye wo madwuma ansa na ensuo ya ye dey aba me pa chewu atima say senka ya ade a Ghana waterways ne water bodies ne yensisi ya dan yan fele ye ensisi ya dan ensisi mu a enke nsuo yi ba ye nenka enamu but Ghana ni be ka so akoye gata ensuo na ye ogbo ade na wodi anwea na agum se bas ensuo to gidigidi a ensuo ni timi pushi anwea na kwan ni mu aye de ya bie de se de Moses di Israel won ko fa but ye ni pass ye de onipa no obe feel mu wasi dan no esi won aka to so o ma yi gata dia direct ensuo no na Nyankopon so nim ni nyansa won wo kire ba bi ensuo no nke nkofa wo ene wo ma allowance Nyankopon wo ye smart se wo ma allowance se ba bi amedi afen ekoto se nsuo do so kura mpa asase na abema no ho kwan na se wo de concrete akwa akosi ni full stop ebe de na ho enti bro bi sa problem ye wo Ghana ye ho enye akufu adonko an ena ewo se o hweka ho asem yen Ghana fo na nkasa na ye tikuro mu ho na ye fingu gatemu no yeso ye responsible one with them each want to mean blame government and on say be a woman ye bubu nu ye yes and no de wo ma ye no omo no bu nu ye ni gu ye no deforestation. Them say Ghana ni akola di ante brofo da wati deforestation da meboa na. Yes. Every time an Lebanese for no, a timber or Ghana. Say timber niana or muchacoton, yena besi na me no case. Me patrol, see a bacano crowd. We did this say in near your chair free Ghana no. Ya replanting a move 50% in Ghana.
Binsi, as a matter of fact, to be sending me a ye be said, my main has met me a kind side day with real quick and san waba. Will be sending me reforestation or say re one ewo, aha, my main ewo me ha. Na men kind na yen can't yen tie asamoa or mokai. We a part of government, yes, government this week, who assembly, and it was say 10,000 coconut seedlings distributed to 250 farmers in Accra district, Ashanti region, in addition to the earlier 4,000 coconut seedlings, as well as over 80,000 oil palm seedlings given to farmers for free under government PERD program. 200 farmers in Ifia Kwantiminti Municipal Assembly, Western Region, also received 12,000 oil palm, 5,000 coconut seedling. That means he said, almost yes, somehow, no way, so what must project Nibino, but they was also making a crossing or day call because I did MC and Yano Accra ni Kumase. But the whole son and Kausimus and Kiyasanki, yes, I know my way. And I'm a boy because I'm a new didn't come on. No catch him, Mr. Mahuse. I say, flood in the sea or hoda. Did you see that?
Flooding to me, say, grassy.
Just imagine flooding. A crassy and flooding, see what? Because they have Greenland in the Wahono or Media, but it seems as a Chromo, especially a crowd, the Pierada. Flooding, see what? Well, looking,
bro, we was a crass of crown and said, say, a sutini be the honor crown, and animal say, Sabia is your cry or bosom to crown, whose room was over what could see Diana day. As I also say, a crocassi moi, yen farm mam renning near maybe more your home by will be in Fahon. So, Papa could see a dime or bet fail it, power, but walk one here and Yammy a board, but to the fail it, a crowd. What's here now? We are show. But don't drink quite grassing where's our same a crasses and sure kitty be crowd. I want no more or yet make us say a bosom cram and buana. Now I say a bow who cram no near Thomas as Yama. This a nipa craving the beer. Woman's ready, or crass baby near Thomas as I will cram you on who's so baby. And I wish to say, because I only be a crocassi fool, but Bobby, the number person may can say it's here for flooding. No, Yana may tell who say a sea or Ghana, and I obit me the picture, but so New York could create BSC or of course, New York could be BSC or Honolulu because a one who see a crocassi, I the concrete and any MIA day. Ajijo, and when they prove which I say a crocassia. Yes, see, and so pioneer men, so quine man, to go eponomono. And what is our problem? No war, in campaigning for bitsy party, and woman making sure say a titru necassia pan, sanitation, no here. Because it would be a waterways in the Mokrampo now stop when you pass a more moons to see a dying see normal fail waterways. Nasa yang nipano, ye cause so more harm. Plastic is a museo cry. I'm sorry, Rwanda say what the plastic call her grandpa. You bet you what airport won't be in fact plastic and go Rwanda airport.
Before so a fiabe bamuno. Unim say New Jersey State Hanum say ya banned plastic.
Oh
yeah, I'm just last week or last 2 weeks now, I'm taking effect. Say no, or my band any form of plastic be a corner or quatardia edition matches a rubber bag, you know. Yes, I did say yes, and yet paper and as a recycling. And they say so grocery, oko a yina kototonoma. One fat one casa o bag yan qua. Yema o bag. And I say be my paper bags. One fabian qua no man bubu see ana dia babe guka muna wako. So what yes. Yo, look with my looking my mema your friends a fear emremu a fear before so be my announce phone lines because your T4 a home ekika mo am pese bi o mo ba mu bi. Ebusia for Samre ni ye bie phone lines no e de atumu WhatsApp line ni ye plus 50959472120 me pacho plus 50959472120 uwo US ubetimi afre me directly without say what they want no ebeba me pacho ye din komo ya bobo nse mienu so wa ha yenya time a ebekọ third one so but now no momra na momeka bi ne nyina yenko afia flooding ewo Accra that's another confirm
Obi unim say natural disaster dey obia entimi nsi anokwai now one say na say me ka say me tell say you krom ho say flooding ebi asiwa akunkum nipa ase japade enya politin bag ya asisi akwan ye me municipal hire was say for the past 2 months no ebi asiwa now one ye ha no epo atwa ye hoasia asase ne nyina ye nsuo nti anytime bia nsuo beto kese heavy bia no epo no eyema nti na nsuo no enye ba bi nkobie nti e distribute now obi ani fie ewo so bia na wapagya mu bia no nsuo wo ani fie ana wo abota nsuo bia ne fie nsuo wo ani fie but obi ani fie ewo etare fom bia because ha no omadan se enkan adan omusi a ye mpagya mu etare fom sa nti nsuo no bana asase ne flat ebe wura because asase na ye mabro so bi ko wura mpa na ededa wan finfin ejapade bebre eseye nipa kwa fam ewuye but ade cheye na no na ensuo na aflade ne nyina no ne nyina yira adentia drainage system what you say drainage system ensuo no ebe yira gata na aga na yetu a na ye bie so no eno ebo kwan to ma citizens no enya more opportunity mo betro ewura edi agum adena instead se mo betu gata na mo bie so atoso no kata so na space kaka na mo ja wo no mo fa ebi a eyi dade bi emfa hihye mu wo what you say be case of you betima bie so ma na ye citizen enya chance emfa wura emfa ngum now bola ye ma so a hefa ba ko to bola ndi agu e was say anytime bia na bola be yi bia no mo be fa ida content say bola ye ma na citizen no nya na kwa ka se nya bi mfa bola mfa guntin minjangu ama na bim eno so mo di hu dwuma obi se ba na sa no so e beti ne man so Accra I overcrowded baby bia ebuo esisi wo nti ba bia choki so na say regional minister astarte adwuma for abosho kan spare parts dealers so yo mo ko other place man for ye de bande
amuso monko
onu na nim ne ntima oye say adwuma no e o say spaces e de ba bia kwanda dedem what entertainment bi sia e Accra nko a na esi e ho na ye choked sa kiosk be sisi bia so mo yi ni nyina because e do e no man use force I am for sumra na enye yenti eno adwuma na oye no oboma no kwa ma nya sa adwuma no Accra ho na ekwan eni dem even because e jato ba bia fire service na ba bi awura na drainage system no this is the time I was omoye I feel it's a modern drainage system omuntu asase na sika akwan ni mu no omunye gota ne mfaka akwan ni mu omunye ne system no omuntu system e wo form ho
say you renowned and qualified and engineers were Ghana. And yes, I need be ho. It's what are they doing? Can't they just make a replan of Accra? And me money ye. And only as some idea na mentiasi you.
That is the problem here, Obi. So hard your obu nusu sa ne ma no. Friend say containers your must sinu mantamu asisi nsuo kwan nyina omo ni nyina mfam firi wo men ne fere ka say onye adwuma nye uye yi ebe na kro no enye mo kwaje permit kwana kwaje permit Now almost some my permit no almost die so much German for sika bribe na be ni so the ayisi bia mama come and be BS ho na e choki yes re e na afa nsuso no omo nya mranto fie wura bia wasi fie bia no e wo so tutie fi e na dware e wo fie ho se de be ya tie fi e ye kokoko hwe kogu gatam na en choki yes re tie fi pepes ni nyina no mo ya omo mo ni nyina no kama omo fansi bia bola ka ba be fa e di akọ recycling no enye adwuma na drain ade ye nya drain system e won kran se eye adwuma na atemamufuo no na no enra na 2 days ago me hwe video bi omo say policy bus na ne boy ya dinti no omo old system na no issue ahaban no e very good ahaban na no mo issue e very good one and you say Robert ne boy ya dinti mo issue omo nya num fam free wo e beboa ama plastic shwate because ahaban is easy to get rotten. Now I know so best one fertilizer kwa aba sisters as na ay fertile. What you say? And I feel so the health ahaban aduro emma yanka say immune system. No ba na mo say ahaban ya we wo ntie ni sure ba quality bags kwa na ekubiye. Ntie go back to okonof a and then I said I don't know. The time I come my krom no upper east no me call no okọ ho a obi no beto anda ma polythene bag obi o kwa okita o basket na da ko du dwa na okọ nti ma me krom na okọ ho a wo polythene bag enen 2 years ago me call be papa kom water region me makura ase wo polythene bag ba ko pekwa okra na so adentia obi nto de ma polythene bag
ebetimi akreti adwuma in a sense say on say kentanwene any basket weaving no any sa ne omani nyina no another source of job
no back to the system
back
to the system
as if say yama civilization yama ene no enioma bi edi yenya it looks as if say Ghana ki intimi ndru baby because ye nhunu how I be say use poly bag ne sa ne oma no ye dispose it off indiscriminately. And that is what will happen. See, any sign your man, what you say.
Yeah, how you know, a be war higher was said, be on Quasia for almost a motor to the Magusa, but I get tea now, no more papa cumulo. On the papa in our one, and I want some way yet, a fellow say, a recycling, a more more we are most ever for tone. Some of them are ball and more picky, plastics in the manema. So my bob one ever cotton sika edia free mo. What you say? Into no omo ni hu drainage system de ye here. E wo Ghana omo starting omo ni hu dwuma. E kura kese nkran Kumase a ho ye choke ni bia omo starting ye adwuma because Accra per se na epo ni nti no. E na neso ye say fear for musi dan a mumpejam e wo nkran mumpejam mo ma na ntare fom. Mumpejam a system crown now, but to protect one kakra. Yes, sir. Mon started. And I must sit down someone cast assassin a median to mean Jabu. Who says as na she plan na a kitao. No one say be a hassany and show at a bread. And as I be say, mean Jabu for me and Casabi protection. Mon funny and I am too like a sack as here. Na ekobana e bubu na mo blame abai. And then begin was here. Yam blame young Casayam. We are the cause of all these problems.
Yes, sir. For you go so me patch of free when you quite na utie ya bomod na so be free because I dream wo trima obetimi ne yen ahye ye hia monso madwene enye yen kwa na ye di dwuma me hu se nkrofo bebre wo so a mo hwe enti no bomod na free me na ye friend say onso bra dwumadie no esubi yo afia yenko your last topic and so it seems that your time kakra bit me call looky beba I mean if you last week yeah I'm saying che bia ena business person business mogul or Ghana your friend no Caesar freedom in fact share the businesses or Ghana what to me see your friend is saying a whole hotel, I just a hotel near Homekapa. before se metwa so no menya obi online so ma memfa no me ma no 2 minutes no odi akasa. Hello.
Hello. Beatrice in here.
Madam Beatrice gonna be ya feel pa so who ye
there. Ejuma bi am abewura mu ho. Enya very agro. Yeah, and here na me bisa say, your town planners no. Ejuma ben na omo ye. Because when you know universities, your degrees in the idea a you are not using it for town planning. And to me, dear, as I obi to asasi, a talk, asasi will be one. As I said, I go through town planning. I'm not sure I obi walk on Nasasi. Answer na brony, a beton, Nasasi. Town planners in the even a DB so walk around for person who that war. I won't assassinate for crampon. As I said, you friend 3 people or more in the away from the Bible suit. Say, be 100 crampon, maybe a dime basic one or maybe trust any other. You're the marking and sana. Yeah. Not one more, one lay pipe in the idea. I had drainage system or mobile barber, yes, say, Jumano. Yeah, we are on the trust streets. I live apple with you, or mobile susu. The beer, the dear Sasa, yeah, raising the yearning and son was that is a wood, see dino. And now, yeah, bad Tema first, not that was how Tema was planned. You were underground drainage system, you were pumping station, and what a firm I could do harbor. Pumping station wa Bedfield tabi bia adane nsuo ansana adreni akọ epumu ewie so ana nsi ho eniamafu na eyi ewo toilet ni mu nyina no ebe yi ni nyina go nkyɛn eyi ni nyina go nkyɛn nkɔfo wɔ hɔ no a ɔmo bɛsesa and they will go and dry it and then burn it enti tema first ni na nsuo emfa nipa. And then baby or as a zongo. Sorry to use the word zongo. Because Obia Yebiope. In the 70s, 68, you dare not to say Ubenya Apuko Watema. And she here a done here a university biano, almost dear hedges. Now you dear hedges now, every month biano, city council for a bitch. Would you baller? See when you never have a fat baller. Oh, and starting what I say. Then you used to water closet, self-contained, kitchen, everything was made. You don't see flood anywhere. Now, just a kumono, a lake, no, say, a diabeno, lagoon, no, a 1 year ecosystem. Oh, for birds, any idea. Now, so, and Crawford, Sawina, Massisia, you sit down in a marshy area, which means a whole marshy area, a whole a lagoon. Crawford, Aji, a sit down. I don't know, I assume you didn't say. Because of that, there was civil engineers, there were way no money in our town planners, now so Sikani, way a Masasi, way assassin, way there. Koshete Meridian Hotel area honina atoku. Ufa hona wuko habo. Second hand the trash free ya say ye wabuchi na ya swa bebi hono. I saw mattress obi adaso na nyina aye contaminated, aye infectious. Ni nyina ya stamp. Every committee one post office one nara one na choku. Bye-bye.
Medasi, Madam B, Medasi, Beatrice gonna near te Ninkana. I was now for your train, more course no monfa, more course on the brana, ye mamo and cassa, and I said for messages in the brana, and ready and fama. Okay, so then ye cano. Yes, business mugoi, a buy, wa bawa see a hotels, kama, or businesses are or try set or de investors beba kronu mu ni ade eye Caesar eye Cheeder na meka no wasem na ebeto dwa se owo ye friend say jata emwa we sebo yenka ne sebo omo ye tigers ase sebo yina no mo na omo hu a omo ye very very dangerous pa no owo mienu koto na ye ne ma na koto omo fra buchi de ba ye na odo omo begu ni fie na afia mewo na yi ni wa ha ma menhwe se bia metumi abo ne ye friend say ensem a oba be kan ya ene sense se o kiremu se ode omoa ne ebaye without the say omoba be ha me obia but meanwhile no afia ode ade no aba your friend is saying ode about residential area now the motive na ode ba ade ni nyina ne say o say because of tourism ti no ode sa ade ne bae na asem kakra me bo ayi wia mebusa no kakra wo ho no ebusafo muma menhye Caesar no ewa ha no mo yentie de okaaye time ye beka se forest for eba mu se ye pese ye beji mwa ne free ni nsem ene de nti a ode mwa ne eba Ghana ye wia ye beto aso me bon kakra bi na afi ya to aso ye gusu a ye bo no me pa che ubetumi afre me ofra memo agina so kakra se me ba memo agina so kakra enti mum yentie asema okaye ewo ahanomo.
Well, first of all, is right. I have 2 tigers that I bought on a bid between Ghana and Dubai, and which I was the representative from a private sector that had initiated my interest in purchasing these 2 animals. But we did go through the process. The animals are 7 months old, still at a very young stage. I went in to buy these animals to add the value of tourism in our country. I wanted to go into the safari world by making sure that Ghana becomes the first country in the whole of West Africa, East Africa, and Central Africa, except for South Africa, that have these animals. We wanted to be the first that will have it. And so I went in for the male and the female version of it. And I've been keeping them with me for 6 months. And I brought experts from outside to create a safety cage for these animals so they don't don't become dangerous to the public. And so that's why I have them with me. But not to say that these discussions hasn't been going on with the Forestry Commission. We are trying our best to merge together to open a good zoo in Accra or somewhere in Ghana that will attract people when they come to Ghana. I really consider the danger side, but I'm not here to harm people, and I'm not here to encourage that people should have tigers to harm people. I'm here because I want to boost our tourism. I want to add value to our country. I've invested in these animals, and it cost me well over 100,000 to be able to get them to this level, and we're willing to invest more and more until they're safe, until people can visit them and people can be a part of them.
All right. Afia, minim se Lucky aba. Lucky, we environmental kakra so san de mountain se baby a wo bi abomod na twepri. Afia
Obi.
Ose oto oba ene bema. That means say mwa no they were meant to say enka omo bewo. Na wanya bi aka ho no dey boost tourism no. Afia wo gen ho say.
Well, Obi, in the first place, make na ka say nko good intention. At the Ghana because somewhere I don't think say it because exist with Ghana. I don't think. See be a there what nyama ko but location na okipu omo is the issue here. Before no opese or I might say okipu omo for some time na later na wa relocate omo, right? Basenka okay and uncle pay baby what design baby what arrange baby bia wo ho outskirts baby obetimi ayama tourism aye adwuma wo ho na waje permit because obia pescante investment what you say
Yeah. I hate say me chow so but mami mo bi mrem kakra mami why? Hello.
Oh, hello, Obi.
Yes. Hey, why na near desano?
Mystery.
Hey, mystery. Mystery dia say. O badia na say. Me ba mystery man.
Maneko mami. Person me tieni ni na me analysis na chese me hu be me dey fa.
Me ba manenko. Ubetimi akọ na wasan abasa o kan wi a ubetimi about for the third topic you know. Enti we dey manenko how obisi aka ni bia.
Matse. Michiao wetiefo, only wetiefo ni you know, as usual. Great job with your guest. Keep it up. Okay, me touch you on first topic now. Moka wasem about gentleman now. Unfortunately, he's been shot dead or whatever is going on. Obi, I'm saying from the beginning, and I think I agree and I disagree with some of your points. And I think corruption is a huge factor in this whole thing. Now, Sister Fiaka saying she hit the nail on the head about the fact to say the policemen went into the woman's house to demand somebody boy no a call for questioning. And I think the reason why I'm not going to condemn the youth so much in the actions they have taken is clearly when they went into the woman's house, they were dressed as police officers. Now, Obi, you would agree with me, say you don't walk into a place like Cantamanto or any shop and buy police uniforms. So I would assume that they were
mystery. Hold on, Mami Kakra. I mean, you are not people for any reason. There are a lot of people are omunya police outfit, police uniform to wear to go and rob people, claiming say omuya police for.
Yeah, I get that, but do you know where they get the police uniforms from?
Well,
they get the police uniforms from the police officers.
Okay.
And Obi, I am speaking from an experience of someone who has police officers in her family and soldiers in her family. And you know, the police uniforms, they don't buy them. Some of these criminals are getting the police uniforms from the police officers. The guns that are going around causing armed robbery, I'm not sure, but I would say about 50%. I know some of them are imported illegally into Ghana, but about 50% or more are given to these armed robbers by the police officers. I don't know if you remember a few years ago, there was a case in Wager where two police officers had lent their guns out to armed robbers, and the armed robbers were caught. And the police officers were apprehended.
Right. And
to know the far boy no echo my stories and I've researched it on the internet and everything. And this is how I see it. Unless the police and the MP and whoever come out and debunk the story, this is how I see it. Unfortunately, the guy was in the wrong place at the wrong time. He witnessed the robbery. He ended up noticing some of the officers who were involved in the robbery, because a familiar face will always be a familiar face. They obviously noticed him as well, and then they hatched a plan that, listen, if he speaks, because Sister Fiaka Sanoka said they have a public place, like a spot in that Nkoranza area. So they were obviously worried, say, if we give this guy a leeway, he might speak. And if he speaks, the youth somebody will hear and it will spread. And the sad thing is, also, now Omukase or police officer, they were police station, they were tossing them around.
Right.
All the police officers in that area, I can tell you now, they were 100% away. So I think what was hatched was they need to get the guy, they need to silence him, and everything needs to be quiet. Now, at least if now bribes, Do you know that they share 50% of the money with their bosses in the police stations?
And they may very much
I'm
aware.
talking from experience. People, I actually have people in my family who work in the police force. This is what happens. They don't have a choice. Sometimes the bosses in the stations are telling them, you need to go and stand on this junction, and you need to stop so amount of cars, and at the end of the day, you need to bring this amount of money to us. So let me tell you that Sister Fia hit on something about politicians. The politicians are involved. And I am telling you that MP of that area knows exactly what has happened.
But
because do you know when the money
mystery
when the money goes
mystery
allegedly,
hold on.
let me put allegedly because of your show.
Okay. Maybe hold on, Mami Kakra. MP ba wabe make statement say baby I was odi achire kokoduma justice ema yenya justice ma abet no wabeka asem we nti me patcho say bia we associating to this I bet you differ kakra.
Okay. Obi, there was I don't remember. I think it was a guy who was shot dead or something like that. Nothing came up to it. Remember, the MP needs to come out to show the public, say, he is fighting for them so he can win the next elections. He did not make that statement to make it look, say, in the minds of the people over there. That is what they would think, what you just said. But in Obia Najima Dra or study politics will know. Remember, said their security agencies. The MP will always be on the side of the police. That is how it works. And so, of course, I'll say yes, Obade Diechre, but Obade Diechre, how? If the police force is involved in this, how is he going to break that cartel? And I asked myself, say, sir, robbery sneko on. Now there's a percentage they have to take back to the station to whoever is in charge. And then whoever is on top gets a percentage of that. And the MPs also gets a percentage. I'm not being funny. I know, say, last time I was shown, gentleman no can say, you cannot trust any politician. He was damn right. But some of them go out of their way to do a little bit of good, which benefits citizens. But 99.9% of the time, if you trace things like this, it will go back to politics. And you know what? Sake's way, it's not going to go anywhere. It's happened before with the bullion drivers. Have we heard anything about it? No. Kaka situation, have we heard anything about it? Absolutely not. Now it's this guy. It's not going to stop. It will carry on. There are a lot of rogues in the police service. There are actually armed robbers who work in the police service. Surprise, surprise. They work in the police service. They have access to files. They have access to very, 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 very sensitive information. And these are the people that we, as citizens, we are expecting to protect us. But they are not protecting us. They are protecting themselves. Now, actually now, youth no take it, I disagree a little bit. I think so. What we have to understand, say, activism takes faces in so many forms. As an activist myself, sometimes you have to get on the road and make your presence felt. Sometimes you have to be a little bit aggressive for them to know that you mean business and you want something to be done. Sometimes you don't go on the road. You sit in the back office with people who have knowledge about what you want to have an activism about, and you deal with it through the law so that there can be changes. And if they had killed someone and the youth is out there burning ties, which is obviously they are very, very upset about what has happened, I don't think the police had any right to go over there and fire and shoot. There are water cannons. There are so many ways they could have calmed down the situation. They did not need to use guns because at the end of the day, yes, someone is dead, but as police officers, they are trained in a way how they can disperse activists calmly. And so that is what I would have expected, because already, Mokumobi Ama citizens now are very angry. Anthony, you cannot come and start shooting into the public and expect them to calm down. They will defend themselves. When anyone tries to attack you as a human being, you will defend yourself. So I'm not, I think, sir, what they did, yes, they destroyed. I'm sorry, but I think their actions on this case is justified because a life has been lost. There is rumors going around that you, the police force, are involved, and then you come and you try to attack us, try to stop our voice, then we will defend ourselves. It's a shame. The security system in Ghana is a shame. It needs a complete overhaul. Now, I'm telling you now, Dampare will not do anything about it. There is so much corruption in the police system that when you join as a head of the police, you have to join them because you cannot beat them. Yente Ghana, and yes, a woman be a friend or Accra, that was a wine. Millions of people, and she's working free in Ghana. There are so many other people like her who are working freer. The law is there that can convict them, and the law is dancing around them because they have bought the service. And that's the honest truth. Moving on to the flooding system, I wonder what AMA is doing, because when you buy a land, you get a surveyor to come and survey the land. They all have parts to play in this. The surveyor will tell you if this is a land that's viable for a build or not. If the land is not viable for a build, then the surveyor will not go on and give you the papers that you need to go and get your indenture and all that malarkey. Once you get that, you have to get an architect to draw you a building plan. You then need to take that building plan to AMA for them to authorize it before you can even start a build. Now, in AMA, there are town council planners over there. So all these structures that are popping up and down, how are they popping up and down and not being checked? Also, the situation of dredging rivers in Ghana. I don't know if they have, I'm not sure when was the last time they dredged any river in Ghana. I mean, look at the Kole Lagoon. It's a mess. They need to dredge these rivers from time to time. In the UK,
Mystery
where
Nancy,
I say,
Mystery Nancy, payload and a caterpillar can see could see your door river more are no more drenching. No, and I'm patch away.
Recent. Okay, I'll try and follow that, but I haven't seen anything like that.
Oh, no,
even in the UK, where there are rivers and everything, they dredge it regularly all the time. And that's something that needs to be going on because a lot of the rivers get blocked with the plastic until we have a proper drainage system in place. I mean, there's a reason why we are called the third world and developing world. We haven't got there yet. So all these institutions need to do their part more in order for these kind of flooding to kind of reduce. I know you were talking about the third topic. You haven't finished, but I just want to touch a little bit on that. Cheeder, he is an amazing businessman, intelligent, but I think he's taking things a bit further. It is okay for you to think about the tourism of the country, but it is not okay for you to go and buy 2 tigers who are considered as cannibals and house them in your residential house in a residential area where there are children and families living around your building. What I want to understand is how did he even get the tigers past the airport into the country? Because normally animals like that will only be allowed into the country by the forestry department. It shouldn't be an individual who carries those kind of animals, dangerous animals. We don't know whether those animals have any disease in them. We have no idea. You cross the country, bring them into your home in Sakumono, where there are children and people living over there, and you're saying you're housing them. You are in talks with the forest. Why didn't you fly the animals straight to the forest, the zoo, where they have proper systems to keep those animals over there? Now, these tigers are very clever. They start, because they are cannibals, they study your patterns for so long. They always plot to kill. So they are very clever. They study your pattern, they study you for a long time. You see how they are playing with them over there? One day you will get up and they'll pounce on you because that's what they are. They are cannibals. They are not meant to be around human beings. And that's the reason why they are kept in a safe place. So if he wants to use that for tourism, he needs to not be having them in his house. Wasn't it a few months ago where he went to stand in the stadium or something, claiming about this freedom coin that he wanted the Ghana or everybody to follow. It seems like he's taking things a bit too far. He knows in the states where he lived or wherever he came from, he cannot do the kind of things he's doing right now. The fact that he has money and the fact that he's provided so many jobs and everything to Ghanaians doesn't mean that he can take the law into his own hands and do things whenever he feels like it. So I think that, there has to be regulation. And yes, I know, unfortunately, Ghana has become a state where your money talks for you. But I think he needs to be kept and he needs to be regulated. Provided there are children and families in that area, I'm sorry, but I don't understand how those tigers can stay in his house, because that kennel he's built over there, he may wake up one day and the tigers would have worked out a way of jumping out of that kennel. And then we don't know what's going to happen to innocent children. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mystery. Thank you. I appreciate input now with the buyer. So for more fun, me say mamano time amano atimi expressing home in any way. But so ofra, I will make sure say any EBR, I will give you time to touch about it. I don't know, so if you are and I say me move on to your friend saying Lucky about Cheeder Tigers no na afi yenhwe akaka krabi na ye de dwumadie no abawie ye kamia say akabet is 15 minutes more na ye de dwumadie no abawie ye enti sa wo ha na pese o frame a me pacho ekwan wo ho memo afre afia mema Lucky atachi based on Cheeder Tigers no e de no kakra wo babaka na mama wo atoa so Lucky Cheeder ne Tigers na o de aba no environmental pollution na how is it going to or say intention no one decided say or harm anybody for anything. Just for tourist business purposes. It be ni Ghana or no kwana sisi wodi biaba enti yema ne kwan na onyan wo mo ato ba ne bema omo bewo ama omo aso adoy.
Yeah. Well, in the first place, Cheeder, you're visionary.
Me pacho what mame one the commissioner kill her seat kikwaku mechiao mema akwaba ewa ha.
Yeah.
Pacho kwasumami.
Kill Miss Memo akwaba bi abat na say. Cheeder a visionary na we say ewufo po epedo do beboa. It say nyame ya adon na Ghana for yenya abranti a watu kwan inu akohwe wiase niema no se mint na obi krom to say ya yaka akwantu ma mesa mo me Ghana mint na ho de Cheeder ye sunsumo pe but honam yemre inti I'm very proud of him to say the mystery so born about to say he has good intentions and all of this no I think in his enthusiasm so or Magana ye baby ne vision na ye good o sa vision na be na ne kura Dubai for na o mo de CAC o mo krom no inti I think yen condemn no for me from where I'm coming from with endangered species and no one na so mo endangered species and kamen koboso na me abeti ya minya animal rights for mo America ha no madu Ghana akogye mo ano edwo makọ mo natural habitat ako protect mo and I don't know Cheeder and I'm hoping say animal rights for sa asem we abe animal rights for at ho asem bro bi when you find sank one kase omo ye endangered species
Ha me pacho anye endanger na okai no me I think say o make a mistake because or say and yes or the omo back to endanger people but okay say to endanger so at asenti me say endangered species miss amwano but all
the white tigers are endangered species omo no so we ase
okay
into what the omo ba obetumi what you say now maybe move from forestry and animal rights when you have endangered species one what you do is you want to protect them in their natural habitat cage and lose who they are sabio me pacho I say yeah bibifu any way amamre any amane no obi befa ye die be ko fufuo bi mu ayenti ase na sabe yetumi kase ye nuanom before ni ahwediemfo ni akatafo no wo ma yera kwan Some way, I was endangered species into Wakoto woman. We warm free, warm fieno. I would warm call baby no. Warm by our mamma ran or mamma near. Almost say, almost said yes, it's a boy room because he had a number of mamma patch what I say. Thank what in the Muram man can you go upon my body? What the can when they say one way to me in the sciences and then the Nioma, it will say, I do a bin and I'm way, or could see a bin and I'm way, you come them in lunchtime, I mean, what you bring me. Say, what a number, Namako my yanka, Abatua, Namako didn't train my brain. Maybe I told them making what I say. You have further endangered him. In fact, so one crown is say, Womu, Obani Bearman, Womu, and to say, yeah. And Kawamu more the Bama Womo Baffo from San Womo Tre Aqualana how to hunt and that's an man. What woman lose Woma Yaraquine to say yes, sir, the Union Mashidium for Nibino, and a cata for Nibino, or my woman naming ceremony. Me bacho ati ase woman ni musa say ye traditional marriage crack was they making they tia me de eye enipa ensusuye no at some point the echa da wo ye ne ye nipa dua ye chi nipa e de no ko share cage e de amane ne amamre fofo eye den e share no winya yesa na you have actually endangered the person even further. And these animals no even though also or the omo ba for tourism near day. And I know say baby I mean me walking distance to a zoo. And that be Uncle protest zoo no here enter America in the next 20 years zoo ye better move. That be Uncle protest to say zoo now wakochi mo na book cage mo nipa betue skahwe wo mo no. Enye so person wo boa wo mo a ene safari ho no na ko boa wo mo ho. Enu nti na wo behwe broni nko betumi akozoo but also in protest mo be ko safari. No akwa aboa no in the natural habitat. Once I have National Geographic if wa omu to me e follow mo na wan hwe sometimes so as e say mwe ko mo abadayo e say mwe ko wo mo ni ye nipa ye ntem nye dey enwa sa enti se Cheeder opese oboa Ghana tourism a e kwan bebre wo so obetumi amboa tourism say ebi a Ghana zoo na e wo honom na ajiegu na enye ye na enwe na omo ho ye nya kwadu mo omo ni no ene na ha no bi o person go change a enka obetumi there is so many other animals are omo ye native to Ghana me ba twa what na say so person o boost to minimum no and I mean the people who are advising him on this particular issue no the NCA what they attract enipa ne say ye beka say sa moa we say wo pebi wo ba bia wo nya o gisa wo ko Ghana. These animals are not native to Ghana. Na yeda na wakwa say what the be tourist attraction adenti na sebio emoa na omo ye native to Ghana ebi kura wo ko Burkina kura wo nkonya bi wo ho wo ko Togo wo nkonya bi wo ho asem kan sa emoa no e na wo protect omo na wo use omo as tourism obi beka say se be pese me hu a year what they say crocodile this am call paga ye kra ye te Ghana mpo no obi timi call paga kokohwe adenchem then you remember as a crocodiles near adenchem ya na me hu ha me mix
your friends say crocodile ne alligators no
yes na they na adenchem na wo paga
adenchem crocodile no crocodile a pond no na wo paga no right
paga no inti me hu ne say if genuinely enye say bi asabe esua traka kra na ye minu ya be ma Cheeder and now go Dubai, no so on see Dubai no who ye. You no Sebianka, if genuinely he wants to promote tourism in Ghana, he needs to focus on animals who are native to Ghana. I will show more baby a woo and I be grandpa one more type, no Ghana penny be a day. As it says, midway babe come Metakwa Abidjan, Metakwa Ivory Coast. Sabi Asante for woman to Copotana Ivory Coast. Womu enwini kente ye kente enso womu kente no different from the ye no bone no enti sa wokọ yamo sukuru a na wo firi Kumasi na eba wo de kente a ya nwini bone kwa yamo sukuru ni bawle ni somu a esombo ma no compared to one enti me so be kwa me to kente wo bizam wo free Ghana na aba wo ba be to kente wo ha am say yes mo so mo de ye ne ye de me friend mo say no Ghana kente ye international like ono no te ya mosukuo wonim na mamre ne na mane but o free say Abidjan ni ya mosukuo ni na ka kire me wo so wo free Kumasi to Abidjan wo fans ma afo so star kakra ye dey e ka ho ti no ono wo ware a wo beba bonwira be token. I was shocked. Kente keke no osi no opede ya nwene no bonwira because na amamre ka kire ne say enti no eno de me de betwa mu but if you want people to feel attracted to something, I'm saying important say ade no native to Kurono. Me say me kwon do banku say madam fubi sabe agunani a o free you the same. So gakope. Minim banku ye ba me to be Fred ka se challenge dey be di banku o say
oh yeah, Makai Stacy. Oh yeah, Makai Stacy.
Stacy, yes. And me ya banku no matter how I may try say me ya banku no. And madam for Marie the enyepe. And I miss so me ye fufuo so komana. Ono so se me fufuo no. The chain one on the ono kwad ultimate fufuo ni tun ono ne nkwan na fufuo na madam say yanya ni sao. And ono so se me so me banku e de nti ewi ase bibi a wo no authenticity na hu hia. Cheddar obetumi a promote Ghana yi na say tourism means say Ghana ye no kra wo de ba be ye say tourism. Inti Cheddar say tourism na opeso promote Nyankopon sha Ghana ade bi ebebo nipa ama adwuma akoso na armed robbery to betwa na nipa kunkum to betwa ye na ye support but bringing endangered species into a residential community and telling Ghanaians that this is how you are going to boost tourism is a nice vision by me pacho Kopaga.
Yo me pacho Cheddar Kopaga mama ready comment kakra ewa ha your friend is saying Frida pana my Frida me chiao me josopa Frida say hi Afia and Obi, how are you Frida ya hoye pa ti unkanso ache kakra madam be ediba say I love mystery, very intelligent contribution mystery there entina oba na mama ne time because utie whatever is going on before and sound within the submission into the submission by say she is talking from experiences, talking from intellectual talking and okay we're very 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 good addition to our program to be honest.
Bro be mean no that's Sister Beatrice mentioned mystery submission no once a mystery kasa no can baby say when it comes to activism now ye wo mo a no correct activism no ye wo nipa miensa wo mo ye wo agitators no so wo hwe America so wo mo ye demonstration ye wo agitators wo mo be call front line it is so obi a wo chess bia you know what I'm talking about. When it comes to activism now you have your front line fighters woman na uhu streets no so no the people who organize protest no uhu woman na woman ye legal team no woman na wokwane ekoche woman be ba bebeli we free jail no enti boys na muhu woman street mo no any ade no they are almost like the hierarchy of activism no woman ne sebe asrafo asojafo ayese mo na monko street mu na monko agitate the system no to bring awareness but omo tina table no omo fa plan how are we going to proceed and yes our legal team and even in most activism no yes so the church aspect of it to asofo ne ade a wo penny ye no wo ne him for no omakwa akohia enti so who say be activism and protest be ko ho wo police ni no wo so within your police service no you have community outreach wo betumi aka say the youth are agitated or hine be na wo krom ho osofo be maamefo be ne yemfrɛ wo mo metena table ho na nke ye no wo mo ne dey enkasa na Ghana de ye nya ne saa ye twituo ne ye de akwa akokum wo na enipa ba ko wo no miensa afa ho awu nti se ne na mystery ka no saa pepe ne tie
a problem to be honest with you. Okay, Madam Harriet, Madam Delicious, or say tigers. Oh my God, my neighbor has a dog, and before I get out each day, I have to look around and make sure there are no dogs outside. I will be traumatized knowing a tiger lives next door to and Beatrice going to say the neighborhoods are complaining about the stench and the noise they make. Years ago, a pet chimpanzee ripped off a face of the friend of the neighbor of the owner. Okay. Okay. Adia mama ye share mama me share de bin pacha aka bet is 10 minutes near the journey dey na bury ye. Adia ya me nwanwan say mystery kasa no oka say how did Cheeder got to bypass all the security points to bring also all kasa no Cheeder kasa no or say all the necessary permissions he got. That means to say empanimfo na se o matwa omo ho aba tieni yo empanimfo na o matwa omo ho aba se de ye beje moa ne de o makọ ye friend is saying forestry ni sa ne o ma ne ye make plans ye ho ahwan no they know about it because of the moa no for plane and the free ton sabi yam smuggle or the free plane no the free Saudi Arabia ho and I say Dubai ho e the bar your friend is saying ebedru airport odu airport no ntie ka say ya nseche no say even or smuggler odu airport no ye hu oh baby a ye security wise no akakodru and as o feel say o time odo o ba no de no mo ye nkitenkete nti o mo nyini da so say the situation mpacho ya no ma me na because e bro mentia say
so ya ro me the mischief kakra betare hu
mpacho manenko me manenko obi amfrɛ ye enti ye betimi obi frɛ a mema wa ye na mafa nipa kro no me ba cho manenko
age won se me ye on wa say wetu
me nwa say no okay yemfa ne say hwe enti say ye wo law wo ho say these animals no you are endangering emo a omo ben omo ye around no that means say wa bulo no so enti say ye ba be chinege na kokota ko prescription na and I say ye gya ne sa kwa no nam ho no mo oh me pacho brem
obi Cheeder onye ni paketo organa za
at this moment here say Ghana no nya sika wo de wo na wo se wo ye hwan kra wo nya sika oni mpanifo ne betun say
me gas onye ni paketo organa sa yentu abama no ni fie adehye akonwa bi ani wa ye de na sisuo ye de na si akonwa so bi ani eminim na nan ne wo hene mesra wo se so wo di wo hini wo fie ani but onye ni paketo simply because we're elevating him through his wealth. What you say? And Ghana, sikato niyeme na wo Ghana. Say mystery mention agrada. Say niyema agrada no, criminal, fraud. Niyema nana apia mensa men's gold be no. The same path na yehu ye no. Say sikati mi manipa almost like infinite freedom. Ghana. And why be nice to say Cheeder enjoy Ghana? He's associated with the right people. He has money. He can contribute to the politicians' ambitions. And in Ghana, and in almost all societies, it buys you a certain level of freedom. Say me Ghana na me ni efra. Na mi kura kraman bi a we service dog or kura wono na eboa me ama me hu na ahwa de Ghana immigration for the be me ansa na kraman no kura na wo boa me se be ya menya vision wa be me vision no a we me service dog no protocols na nyoma amekum no enye easy but he is Cheeder o sika wo fame wa be bie nwuma ebi kura mpa MPB ananse presidential appointee be baby ne you are saying ne maju the girl be akoshekura Cheeder such a hotels come
oh yeah or as a matter of fact no or Sheridan Hotel I see Sheridan Hotel that
many
5-star
many meeting so that me so so I want about and but I don't want them penny for you agro
papa
if I have to say anything about it, and it will be mischievous. But the truth is, Ghana and him say it's Cheeder the call Ghana ni mawapa kubieno. So what they sabi jata na ne mane ne nana no mukre ba Ghana immigration officer di en stop no. Obia enka se wo stop Cheeder. Cheeder have bought his right to do what he wants in Ghana. Neighbors, they have every right to complain about residential area. Now, the say I know say you walk na obi bebie night club kra no bebo nyuma ye da entam hofo no to me KMA e ka say club ya wa bebie high resident yet me be shate nipa ne down na empanimfo ya abo ma hwa me nipa ne dijata na ba or the abedu residential area ho no mo me ya sure say neighborhood for no mo free complaining yen no say nka media for am ama social media for am I'm telling you, Kapenimuna, Yasman coffee also on remove Muado. We'll call crowd, we'll catch the pussy. All correct, sir. Then I said that did I said I crash and blue Pamano. No, Ghana is a place where money can buy you a lot of things, including endangering your neighbors. Yes, you can pay for all of these things in Ghana.
Yeah, okay.
And Sani, the State of the Union, next year. So any other way, and you would deceive yourself. And sometimes I think say you can't and say about Ghana now because say your politics near and so NDC bank I won't kind of sounds and comfort cancer and Nippon so ending sad dear cause we new bro be so baby no can I'm glad see everything I near can a tear for in as no if you haven't made them and I can be.
Yeah, but the time now, time until them I mean jam man a cacket to have been a wrap up on my and affair means I'm looking run affair wrap up now. Kona Obia send me he say a muano a big wakana. Absolutely. Say in Ukraine was sending me was here and say so begina or can say a bini you just a South African kwano a be wakana as a matter of fact. That means he say they all can say or they be boost tourism and all that stuff. No, before so looky, who share aha. Nipa almost such things, they are far almost countryside. Now someone say I don't know, so Kaya, Ohio. And maybe about some years ago, I think I did 4 or 5 years, some years ago. Now Obi wo such a place and a tourist attraction site. I'm say for some reason, Mwano eku unipano. And I got into the street and police for a shoot to be a tigers got into the street in no. They were far from the city. Young for neighborhood mu. We are talking about tigers here. Somewhere with tigers where they can grow and they can weigh almost about 400, 500 pounds. Almost very, very, very big. And almost very strong. Or so unipamua. Almost seno. On say, Mamenka debi bako was this tigers, Unim say almost katremana eda omanumuno. Ye wo spikes. Spike was so. Enti ordinary tekrema no e fa skin ni say ya it means enti omonya moa and a mystery san kind said they are very, very intelligent and smart. Almost a do to know your weak points before they pounce on you.
Broby, so okay, Las Vegas. There were 2 magicians, be Siegfried and Roy. No, almost the tigers in the year almost show no.
Right
now, one day, almost show down a tiger back. And say earlier in the day, later, no, almost earlier in the day, I'm say during rehearsal, no, the handler, no, the trainer, now on any show, and I'm say, oh, boy, and say, na, it's intelligence, na, make no. After during the show, no, a drew, baby, during rehearsal, papa, na, boy, a drew when abuano assume, say, baby, I drew, I now, where they
Ebebome.
And what the name who could go Siegfried and Roy a 2014 war rape up. What you for me German for me be almost show no a Las Vegas Siegfried and Roy.
Oh, if you call na me ma wa ba mu na wa ba be your friend is wa ba be rap up mama but I'm say when to me antwen you.
But it also say M1 emsa type Cheeder wa anya research. Ras Mubarak, Ako, Nukrum, Chiripone, Wobokuni, Chiriponiana. I am one be one year under Ghana government protection. Sa white tigers now 1 year endangered species now on the walk of baby free Dubai Aban. Ras Mubarak akwegyina ho no mo aye video abeto ho no mo say obra say na wo pebidi anka wo be sire man ke eboa na me de mesa aka me submission na say Cheeder as a business person no wo pese wo ye business in this tourism area bra memre kora afrosoro ho paga ho uduru ho no say a abrofo ibeba wo mo makokwa no macho ama emo ano 50 Ghana me kora me kwa cashier wo I did you scam. So I am found commercial brody.
You for all too soon, no, yeah, the program, no, but yeah, so about more than 2 hours, no, and so, our hand more, and we just said, and say, BB, Eddie, a free musa there, you can, no, minya, a fear, I was so, and I face so, look, is so by every day, the name dear, ever touch, looky, a tiny in your program, pa, a year so, Naja. Yeah, na why busy kakra and intina ya na munta hunu se shishon but the nedie or to me about the cancer. Look at me that say uba and tifo nyina so I enjoy program no pa moi mutimi efre ebabisi su nyina no mechia ubia medamasi Peter menu eba so sisia na abet kankam so eba so mystery medase se ofre na also ode unimdie ebeka bra kwa me eba so asare Eric na ohwe Ebenezer and so eba so Kill Hot Show, the Kill Hot Show, Kill Kwaku, and so na on so was as a matter of fact on na sending me video na nan can person me bo the Ras Mubarak Bekaya no nan person me bo but men to me ano be opare and so eba so abne chan eja Isaac Margaret say wa Jachi Richard and eja Isaac biom eba so Frank oba so Madam Beatrice Gonu and so efrey Madam Harriet Munina Michia Munina I was for Adom ya nyame adoma next week ye be sign aba ayi so na ye de foforo e de abrem wa wonya kwan ene me etena se ye beto sa me mechia wo bia ye frɛ me obi me ena ekoso dwumadie me di ho echia me nyame adoma Friday shia afia e de adajo enkomo ye nyina ye ba beboa na ode aba last week ye topic no na ye kama ye erectile dysfunction ho enkomo this week, you didn't see the BB a good ebeba a babachem. Na me adoma ye besan ehia. Tumedi muti ewo Echo Radio OBGH program. Muti no Echo Radio. Musa ete no anase ohwe ewo YouTube afesu Facebook OBGH series. Yina ye wa ha. Patcho subscribe ne like ye ne beka abusuako no because ye tretre ye ntaban mu edeko ye wonwapa edema Ghana. Medamu nyina ase. Ubia ema bye. Bye.